This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
It's a wrong road. I call when they're getting newborns. But it's stronger. The farther on you go. Thought I knew you. But can't never say I knew me. That sorry shadow I could turn out to be. Sometimes I cannot. Just can't understand where my head is at. Oh, what my heart is saying. All throughout the struggle, sometimes I feel I can't shake the habit. I just can't wake up. But I know in the end I'll be the chill. 'Cause the road will go on with me or without. Making no compromise. Fighting for a better life.
What's up, people? I'm Sonic the Hammons, and welcome back to Persona 4 Arena. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had a good weekend, too, and I hope you enjoyed a little bit of Jet Set Radio Future we had yesterday. But right now, all we have left to do is finish off Aigis' story and move on to the new person, Elizabeth. That's who we have left. So we're going to go ahead and take care of those right now. If things work out well, then who knows, maybe, just maybe, we can finish everything tonight. Hey Rapid, what's going on? It's good to see you. I'm hoping that we can finish up Aigis' story and then do all of Elizabeth's story. Like, that's the dream right there. If we can do that, then that means we can move on to Ultimax, like, tomorrow. And that'd be hype. But either way, if we don't finish both of them tonight, then we're definitely gonna finish them tomorrow, if nothing else. Who knows, may even end up going a little bit over tonight. We'll find out. But anyway, let's go ahead and just start it. But yeah, how are you, Rap? It's good to see you. Continue from Cliffhanger. That's what we want.
Lapras?
Wait, this. Oh, already. Okay, Lapras murmurs her name to herself. Just kidding, I guess I'm not gonna drink anything. Her head hangs lifelessly as she stares at her mechanical limbs. The shock slowly drains her from her pale face, replaced with bitter comprehension. Across from us, the shadow stares at me with a piercing, mocking stare.
You can't be.
I am the same as you. 7th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon. Aigis. I am the model that came after you.
Are you Caesar? I won't let you. Not when I'm almost free.
The shadow turns to his double and cries out impatiently.
Hello, Lapras. Or do you want to be caught and locked in a cramped little box again?
Kind of a very rough day. Don't want to talk about it now? Hey, you don't have to. You only have to talk about as much as you want to. Right now it's special night. Yeah, the robot girl and her sister. Her eyes wander in search of something to settle on, and eventually fixate on Yosuke. Though he is still in shock and unable to speak in the heat of the moment, that moment of silence is enough to shatter any hope of a peaceful resolution. Lapras smiles lifelessly and hangs her head.
No, don't get me wrong. I was just a little surprised.
No, it's okay. That's how a normal person would react.
Her sad, weak voice makes my heart ache.
I won't let you take her back. I will gain my freedom, whatever it takes.
Suddenly, the shadow fires his arm out. A long chain trails from behind it that wraps itself around Lapras many times over. Oh crap. That's what's going on. The shadow begins to pull her in with his winch. Unable to struggle, Labrys is dragged over to her captor, who lifts her over his shoulder. The shadow then runs full speed out of the announcement room. It fled with such explosive velocity that it's hard to believe that it was carrying its own weight.
Wait!
Wait! Hey, Peachy T, what's going on? How are you? How are you? It's good to see you. Peachy. Guys, give Peachy T a what up. She's a good one. I give chase. Question. Peachy. Have you... I don't remember, but have you played Persona 3 and Persona 4? Because if not, then I've got some news for you. It is unfortunate that I cannot explain the situation to Yosuke-san, but I have no choice. I exit into the hallway and see the shadow make for the stairway leading up. This is the top floor, so I must be headed for the roof. I climb to the landing and take the stairway 2 steps at a time before throwing open the door. But what I find there is not what one would expect to see on the roof of a building. This is like the 12th time we've seen this. It is described as a TV studio. The spotlights hanging from the scaffolding. Wait a minute. So you didn't run out to run back there? You know what? Don't worry about it. The spotlights hanging from the scaffolding. The cameras here and there. Up until now, no matter how warped things got, they still look like part of a school, but not here. You're great. You thought you stopped by. You actually played Persona 5. Okay. I appreciate you stopping by. Right now, I think you're in an okay spot right now. Because the game that I'm playing, this game specifically takes place 2 months after the events of Persona 4. But we also get a lot of returning characters from Persona 3 showing up in here too. So if you're worried about spoilers and everything, I completely understand. But other than that, you're really like more than welcome to chill out and whatever. It's good to have you. I'm glad you're here, Peachy. Did I read this? Yes, I read that. What is this place? Just then, the door behind me slams open again, and a boy comes running out, breathing hard. Is Yosuke-san? Oh, he's dying. I am perplexed. Why did he chase after us? Actually, how close are you to... Well, how far are you in Persona 5 right now? I know you were playing it... Was it yesterday? Or 2 days ago? I lost track of time. Like, everything's a blur now. But I know you were doing it this week. I don't remember the date you're on, though. Because I am curious as to how close you are. But yeah, you guys should totally check out Peachy T. She's playing Persona 5. It's Royal. Yeah, she's playing Persona 5 Royal for like the first time. It's really cool. You'll be playing this all stream one day. You should. It's fun. It's a fun time. It's a fun little time. There is no one here who will warrant leaving his friend Rise-san's side. That's right. She didn't meet Rise. Okay. Suddenly, the area is shrouded in a measuring aura. Measuring aura. Menacing aura is what it actually says. The shadow appears. Ooh, almost getting the Size Palace. Oh my gosh. Size Palace is great. Oh, Size Palace. Oh. Ooh. I'm going to watch that. I really hope I have time to watch that. I want to watch that whenever you stream it again. And her music is so good, too. Yeah, I would love to see that. Yo, I am looking forward to that. Oh, I can't wait for you to play. I can't wait for you to complete Size Palace. It's going to be great. It is still carrying Labrys over its shoulder. Labrys shouldn't be unconscious, but she isn't showing any sign of resistance.
Persistent pests. Too bad for you.
Persistent resistance.
The Grand Prix is still on. Have fun wasting time fighting each other.
Hey, wait!
Wait! Oh, wait, is there another... Oh, we have to fight again? Wait, how does this work? As soon as Yosuke-san turns around to give chase, he runs up against something. So she just made this in a... How does she do that? What? Then we have to go back to the announcement room and then back up here. Okay. Based on everyone else's stories. I try stretching out my hand. Just as I thought, there's an invisible wall. Well, poop. You like her palace? Not sure how far you get into it. Well, for a Kumura... Wait, you're waiting for Okumura. Wait a minute. What happened? What Okumura do? Though it wasn't here when I climbed up the stairs. The only door back into the school is the one beyond the wall. In other words, we are trapped. Yosuke-san hangs his head in shame and looks at me awkwardly.
I guess this means we have to fight. Sorry, I feel like I got in your way.
I came here without thinking and fell right into the enemy's trap. I'm sure that's what he's thinking. But as I see it, it isn't Yosuke-san who should be apologizing.
I am also sorry for all this.
Covered. Huh?
We are the ones ultimately responsible for this incident. I am sorry to have dragged you all into it.
Yeah, it's okay.
If your friends are safe, I would suggest you evacuate at once. But in these circumstances...
Hey, Amaterasu, thanks for the 20 bits. I appreciate it. How are you, dude?
I must go after her.
Yeah, I highly appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot.
There's no need for you to take the blame. I mean, I feel the same about wanting to go after her.
Why? I'm not sure this concerns you.
It does now. We've all been through so much together.
I promised I'd protect her. I couldn't back her up when she needed me the most. So, like, I want to apologize and actually keep my promise this time. I feel like I can't leave her alone right now.
Once he admits his crimes and it should have taken too long. Oh, he hasn't done that yet? Oh. Okay. So you still have a little bit of time before you get there. Ooh. I want to see him admit his crimes. Shouldn't take it too long to get the size. May take a stream or two. Yeah, it normally takes me personally. I was usually able to get through an entire palace in about a stream's worth of time. Mind you, my streams are usually like shorter than most. I usually stream for like what, 3-4 hours maybe. In his eyes, I can see a glimmer of solemnity.
I think I should explain certain things to you.
He sits in solemn silence.
I'm not authorized to disclose everything, but
I review the important parts for him. That personas and shadows are universal. Little does she know that he's been through this already. That they have existed since ancient times. Okay, he didn't know that part. Okay, he didn't know that part. And that there are probably little known battles and packs all over the world to harness their powers. That I have experience in one such battle and was in fact created for the purpose. I am a weapon given a heart in order to use her persona. I explained that Labrys is a prototype, long sealed away, that was lost during the recent incident. Yosuke-san doesn't seem to swallow all of it, but he listens attentively nonetheless.
There are shadows outside the TV too?
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, it's good to see you, Tarasu. I'm glad you're here. I'm just glad all you guys are here.
I was surprised as well to find out that a world like this was accessible through televisions.
I just like chilling and hanging out with you guys. You gotta get some lunch, we'll lurk. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you get some food, get some lunch. You need to eat. Eating is good for the heart and soul. So yeah, you do that. I appreciate you, Peachy.
Believe me, we were pretty shocked last year too.
I look straight into the boy's eyes without laughing at his attempt to lighten the mood. Dag, Aigis. Only the winner can leave. So we must fight. There is no ignoring that cold fact. I suspect the shadow set this up to buy time. We don't have a moment to waste. I don't say anything, but Yosuke-san seems to get the picture.
Can you tell me something? What's going to happen to Labrys once you catch her?
I cannot answer that.
Yeah, I thought so. You did say that she was a weapon after all. Really surprised you can't talk about it with outsiders.
Is that all? I must go get her back. If you cooperate with me, I am sure I can knock you out painlessly.
Oh, man. You like my streams? Thank you. That was so nice. It's such a kind thing to say. In response, your streams are awesome. In response to my blunt suggestion, a wry smile appears on Yosuke-san's face. However, his eyes still have that gleam.
Sorry, but I can't back down.
Are you really going to fight me? Not to boast, But you would challenge a living weapon?
She said she wanted to be free. Hey, I made her a promise. I want to see it through.
Yo. Yosuke's about to enter a world of disappointment.
I guess you could say it's a guy pride thing.
He's about to enter a world of disappointment. He jokes about it, but there is resolve behind his words. He will not back down from that resolve. What is he really saying? What he is really saying is this. My feelings for Labras are as strong as yours. I smile inwardly, though it does not show on my face.
I understand. I accept your challenge.
Let's go! It's time to fight! Let's go, kids! Oh, wait, I gotta bookmark first. Get rid of Akihiko. Cool. Now it's time to fight. Ooh, I almost made a mess. This stream is not brought to you by Nesquik. Not sponsored at all. I was talking to my sister the other day, and she was wondering why we never got we never really got Nesquik stuff growing up. And so she asked her mom, and her mom was just like, because she didn't like it. There's a lot of stuff we didn't get often just because her mom didn't like it. But I told her, I'm like, it's a good thing you're an adult and you can just get what you want without having to ask mom first. But because I'm a good big brother, I got like a whole bunch of different flavors of Nesquik milk. Oh, I'm looking at Yosuke. Let me see something. But right now I'm drinking the chocolate one. I also have a double chocolate with me. What I get? I got a chocolate, a double chocolate, a strawberry, a banana, a strawberry banana, and then there's a vanilla. And I think there's something else too, but I don't remember what. There's a lot of them. I got 2 of each. So that way she can try to, and I figure whatever she doesn't like, that's more for me. So it's a win-win. All right, no change. What is her? Ooh, Origamo, she's got that under certain conditions. Oh, I gotta tilt. I'm not doing that. Or quarter circle, whatever they call it. Let's do this. Oh. Here, okay. No more screwing around. Let's beat him up. Oh, really? Alright, cool. That was easy. Well, time to see a disappointed Yosuke. I'm backing off. Yosuke-san smiles sheepishly at me from the floor.
I had a feeling I didn't have a chance against a pro like you. Ow. You sure are strong, Aigis-san.
Yeah, she did say knock him out real quick. Yeah, she could have knocked you out painlessly if you just cooperated.
Are you all right?
He waves his hand to show that he is fine. He should be exhausted. Perhaps the guy pride thing prevents him from admitting it.
Looks like I'll be staying behind.
I will do what I can to not force anything on my sister that she does not want.
Can you tell her that I wanted to apologize to her too? Of course, I'll tell her myself once this is all over, but... Oh, and one more thing. Tell her we can have a party when this is all over.
Yeah, a party. Have a level up party, specifically.
Yosuke-san.
Oh, you're invited too, of course.
Aigis is always invited. Remember that, kids. My heart is warm. Do you think Aigis knows any party tricks? He's not just worried about Labras' safety, he's worried about her heart. I nod vigorously.
Yes, I will make sure to tell her.
Imagine a vigorous nod.
Though we are not capable of eating food, will that be a problem?
Really? Nah, it's no problem at all.
That's less money we gotta spend.
Thank you.
I will save Labras from this world, from her self-solitude. I did wonder about the, like, do they eat? I didn't think so, but yeah, so they don't eat, because they don't have to. There are people in the outside world who accept us as allies. Some of them consider us friends. I'm happy that hope is so close by.
Be careful. That shadow looked pretty strong.
I will. Please stay safe.
I mean, there's only so much he can do. He's trapped in this one spot. As he cheers me on from behind, I leave the roof. Okay. As soon as I re-enter the school, I can sense the shadow's presence without needing to scan for it. Nice. I follow the presence back to the announcement room. What is waiting for me there this time? Rise should have left too. She leaves like every time. I slowly open the door, wary of an attack. But the room is quiet. No ambush comes. I open the door all the way and step inside. Both versions of Labrys await in the back of the room. I quickly step between the two, shielding Labrys from her shadow. But the shadow does not seem alarmed. It spins its axe idly.
You're late. I had a feeling you'd be the one to come. Was Yoshi-kun a tough opponent?
As it finishes the sentence, its axe stops. I brace myself in anticipation of an attack. But the shadow simply smiles brutally.
Just as you thought. The real party begins now.
Just as the words sink in, I hear a sound simultaneously. The heavy sound of the air being sliced behind me. Oh, poop. I lunge to the left, solely on reflexes. The battle axe slams into the ground where I had been only milliseconds ago.
What? Sister!
Oh, so close.
Labrys takes a combat stance with her battle axe. There's a shocked expression in her wet eyes. She has chosen to fight for the Unreal School.
Is this what you really want? What else is there for me?
Labrys sounds resigned in her reply. I have no answer for her. My heart aches as if it was cut by a razor.
It's finally come to this. Sister versus sister. Let the battle begin!
The shadow jeers at me with delight. I do not have the presence of mind to deliver a rejoinder. The battle about to play out is straight from the worst case scenario I had envisioned. The very person I hope to save, my sister, I must defeat her with my own hands. Okay. Cool. Well, here we go for the saddest fight, probably. Well, I don't know. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. A fight in Ultimate just has us balling. Okay, maybe it won't feel so sad since we have this awesome music playing.
Aerial mode. Fire.
What happens when I do this? Wait, whoa!
Launching attack.
What was?
Firing. No. Fire. Heavy damage.
I'm trying to do some.
This'll finish it. Target locked. Go.
What was that move that I did? I guess I was having. Okay, cool. I'm doing it.
Severe impact.
Wait, get back. Wait. Let me do moves, Labrys.
Strike. Severe impact. I failed. Heavy damage. Severe impact. No.
All right, I guess we should probably actually fight her because we're in the yellow right now. Counter. Oh.
Airstrike. Target locked. Go. Airstrike. Target locked. Go.
Son. Yes, go save your sister. Robot versus robot. Robot Wars. Yo, who remembers Rumble Robots? Oh, who remembers Rumble Robots? I had one. Bytor. Oh, what in the world? Labrys loses her strength and falls to her knees.
Why can't I stay like this?
Labrys, no! Baby girl. The hope she risked so much to gain has been shattered. She mutters Piteously, is that what it is? Piteously, as she falls. She is not the only one who wants to collapse. I never imagined this would be so painful. Every time my attacks connected, I felt as if I was tearing out a piece of my heart. This unwanted exchange of violence that will end in one of our destruction leads to nothing but despair. Each time I felt that pain, the memories of Labrys I saw in the classroom, those vivid images made sense. The sterile mechanical rooms that made up most of her visual memories. It must have been the facility where she was created. At that facility, Labrys was forced to endure the same pain she is feeling now. In order to gather combat data, she was forced to destroy her sister models, even though they had hearts. Not just once or twice, but over and over and over. It's too much for my mind to immediately comprehend. Agitation spreads through me like a fever. I clutch my chest.
I knew that you couldn't beat her.
The shadow, in contrast, is completely nonchalant.
But wow, you really didn't have any qualms about attacking her.
Give me one moment, guys. I'm still here. I'm still here. Just give me a second. All right. Oh, boy. Okay. I'm drinking my milk, and I've got down this Nesquik milk I was telling you about, and I got down to the bottom, and I felt like a little icy chunk, which tells me that for some reason, somehow my refrigerator got set to too high, so I knocked it down a little bit. So hopefully that keeps them from freezing. Otherwise, I'm going to be very sad.
Deep down, you must really want to make them suffer, don't you? You want them to go through what you have to. No! You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through. Right? That's why we're in school, having a fighting tournament. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand.
Come on, kids. Once more with feeling. Give me that. You are not me.
You want to make them understand.
As soon as the Shadow Labyrinth stops talking.
That ain't true! But it was no use. Even another living weapon can't understand you. It's alright though. You don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll take care of everything from here. I'll destroy anyone who doesn't understand you and comes to get in your way. Just like you once did. Please stop! That's all a lie!
There it is.
You're not me!
You're not me!
Finally! You finally said it! I'm finally free!
She's a free bird. The Shadow's eyes start to glow full of life. It isn't just a change in its attitude. Its power seems to actually be rising. Did something in its conversation with Labrys catalyze this change? Oh, that's right. She doesn't know about how that works. Oh, God. She doesn't know. Oh, Lord. It's too late. It hits me. What did the Shadow want with Labrys? It was trying to buy time, which meant it needed something from her.
It's time for the true star to take the stage.
Oh, God. Its shout shakes the air. Is as if in response to the cry, the room begins to warp. The view beyond the window shimmers ominously. Alright, while that's going, I'm finished with the chocolate. Now let's try the double chocolate.
Yes, the power.
The power. New look, same great taste. Yeah, that's what they all say. A giant incinerator appears from the darkness. From the dankness, countless chassis are falling in to be cruelly destroyed. I have the power. Yo, you guys remember what was his name? The one that was supposed to be like the parody of He-Man from Shantae. Was it It was in Pirate's Curse. Yeah, it was a pirate. Oh, was it Risky Revenge or Pirate's Curse? It was Pirate's Curse. I forgot his name. Branson. His name was Branson. I've gained the advantage. Oh, it was great. Hold on, I'm gonna type his name out really quick. His name was Branson. That was his name. Oh, it was so funny. And that was what he was saying. He said, "I gained the advantage." Alright, so I read this count list. Okay, illuminated by the blood-red light of the flames, the shadow reveals its true self. The scene of Labrys and the giant beast chained behind it brings to mind the summoning of a persona. I run over to Labrys and stand by her listless body up. Or stands her listless body up. I'm just adding words. Oh, why? Hey, she's not trash. She's a queen. It seems that the shadow has accomplished its goal with Labrys. I was forced to fight my sister for this purpose. I clenched my teeth at my own slowness to comprehend.
Now, let's get started, shall we?
This isn't just for Labrys. The is the enemy. That's what it says. There is so many. Oh Lord. The is the enemy, the fate of anyone not human.
It seems that I must take responsibility for this.
The is the enemy. Let's go. Another fight. I'm digging this. It's back-to-back fights. It's back-to-back-to-back. I'm not wasting too much time. There's like a little bit of dialogue. Not a whole lot. We can just go straight to the next fight. Let's beat up Shadow Labrys. Let's go. Yeah, that's slightly more chocolate. I can taste that. Final. Oh. There you go, Aigis. Try this. There you go, Aigis. Okay, what happens when I just do it without anything? Woo! Crap. Wait! Remember, Aigis, when you fall, get right back up. Dude. Yes, bookmark. Sweet. Goodbye. The monster's form melts away as it disperses like fog. Only a silhouette, similar to Labrys' remains. It falls to his knees, having no will to resist anymore.
I somehow pulled through.
I turn to face the real Labrys.
Are you all right?
She is conscious and seems to have no major damage. That's good. All that remains to be tested is her will.
Please listen. I have a message for you. From Yosuke-san. He said that he is sorry for promising to help you and being unable to support you when you needed it most. Additionally, he said that he would be throwing a party later. You are invited, of course.
You're lying.
If that is what you think, you can ask him yourself later. Now please, stand up.
Will the real Labrys please stand up? I lend her my shoulder to prop her up. She follows my lead, but her legs are still shaking.
How come this happened? I didn't want to hurt anyone or make them suffer.
I know. That was a shadow going berserk. Not everything it said reflects your true feelings. I had a similar experience, actually. My other self was on the verge of going berserk.
Did we fight a shadow, Aigis?
It told me there was an innate contradiction in having a heart, but not being human, preventing me from truly protecting others.
Wasn't that tough to listen to?
Yes, of course.
Then how can you stand it? How are you still acting like everything's fine?
I'm fine right now, but I'm sure I will suffer that pain again someday. Very probably, as long as I am myself, it will never go away as long as I live.
It won't? Then what can I do but give up? What am I supposed to do?
We'll be alright, as long as we have friends.
Lapras opens her eyes wide.
It was when you were alone that you suffered most. I'm sure of it. If you do not give up on reaching out to others, you will surely find someone who understands. Or maybe...
As I say this, I can hear voices from outside. They are calling our names. The voices grow closer and closer, and eventually one of the doors flies open.
Hey! There
Hey.
you are! Thank goodness!
So we just end up here instead.
Are you two okay?
Shadow Idol is technically menace. Okay, fine, Amaterasu. He's not wrong.
You seem to have the matter in hand.
So does Aigis just have two shadows? Or is this just, Well, no, because this isn't anybody's shadow. Wait a minute, no. I take that back, because I completely forgot about the major thing to how it's not really anybody's shadow. Duh. So, yeah. So, forget my question. Kanji-san and Rise-san arrive shortly after. Damn, they're slow. Now that the shadow has been defeated, the invisible walls trapping them have disappeared. There are some faces new to me as well. As I recall from the video, there are Yu Narukami-san and Yukiko Amagi-san. And there was also a costume that looks like General Teddy. This must be the real Teddy that Chie-san mentioned. The resemblance is strong, but this one is so charming that it is hard to hate him. Everyone has considerate words for Lapras. My heart is filled with warmth. They could have ignored us outsiders and escaped, but they didn't. They were truly worried about us and came running. All of them. I addressed Lapras, who was looking back and forth between me and them with a perplexed look.
It might be more accurate to say that those who understand you are already here.
Yo, Shadow Koromaru. Is every psychotic and decide seat yourselves on machine? Okay. What kind of pizza? What kind of pizza you got?
Of course, I want to understand you as well. Please talk to me whenever you want. Tell me about your memories, even if you have to take them one at a time.
Lapras sinks deep in thought, then looks at me again. I nod silently. She slowly starts walking and stops in front of the shadow, who stands as quietly as a real shadow at the other end of the room.
You were right. I was always alone, so I had no one to talk to, no matter how much it hurt.
Pepperoni?
And I went and blamed them
I don't
on
eat
them.
pepperoni. I'm sorry. Ooh, Little Caesars, okay.
I'm sorry I ignored you all this time. I was the one.
I hear so many people say they don't like Little Caesars, but I'm like, man, what Little Caesars are you going to? Mine's a bomb. That's one of those things, though. I think generally speaking, like,
No.
you have to get Little Caesars at like the
you
right
won't
time.
eat, After all.
Like, if you eat it, like, if you don't have it fresh, it's cardboard. But if you have it like fresh right out the oven, that is some of the best pizza, man. Honestly, just eat it hot. That's what it is. I think a lot of people are just eating cold pizza. I don't eat cold pizza. I want that pizza warm. If you have Little Caesars cold, it tastes like cardboard. If you have Little Caesars warm, that is some of the best pizza.
This is my persona.
And for $5, you can't really beat that, man. The only other thing I could think of was that people are expecting,
Reminds me of
like,
us from last year.
people are gonna spend $5 on a pizza, and then they expect this to be like the greatest pizza in the world, and so then they have the so then they have this high expectation that they set for themselves, and then when it's not there, they're just mad. Cold pizza is always bad. You know, bad pizza for bad people. I don't know how people can do cold pizza.
Yeah, it's the same thing. She's really no different from us.
I mean, okay, cold pizza, for the most part, I would imagine that cold pizza is edible, but why would you ever choose cold pizza when you have hot pizza as an option? I can see like you have no choice. Like, I don't know if you're homeless or something and all you got is a cold pizza, but if you have the option to get some warm pizza, why would you not do warm pizza? Yosuke-san and the others laugh. To acknowledge one's weakness in front of others. They must have earned their personas through the same ordeal. I can see now why their bond is so strong. The tension in the air evaporates. Just as Labrys' expression softens, a familiar voice comes from behind.
Is that Labrys?
Mitsuru! Everyone turns to look at the newcomer.
Mitsuru-san, Akihiko-san, you're all right.
Akihiko!
Of course we are.
I run toward them. Neither of them appear to be injured. I notice that Yosuke-san and the others are not surprised to see them. They must already be aware of the situation. Though they react to their arrival differently.
Who are these people and what the hell are they wearing?
Oh man, a dude storming across the battlefield in just a cape? I'm all about that.
Oh, that's not what you said in your story.
I'd say you've got good taste.
Yo, man, Akihiko and Chie would totally bond. I would love to see more of that. I hope they bond a bunch over in Persona Q. That'd be great.
Seriously?
Labrys grabs weakly at my arm.
Don't worry.
I smile and nod. She still bites her lip in anxiety, but she is no longer afraid of everything.
You're Labrys, correct?
That awkward pause. She was lying. She secretly loved it. Labrys simply nods in response to Mitsuru-san's question as she walks up. There is a moment of silence. I think I asked Rabbit this before, but what about you, Amaterasu? Like, what is your favorite kind of pizza? Like, what is the ultimate pizza for you? The greatest pizza? Yeah, she's holding her sister's arm. Did I read this? Labrys simply nods in response to Mitsuru-san's question as she walks up. Okay, there's a moment of silence. Mitsuru-san's sigh of relief breaks it.
I'm glad you're safe.
Labrys smiles back awkwardly. The look on her face helps dispel the tension between Yosuke-san and his friends. Mitsuru-san notices this as well. I step forward alongside Mitsuru-san to introduce ourselves and show our appreciation. It seems they have never met a Persona user who didn't awaken in the TV world. We spend some time discussing our respective circumstances. We use evokers. It was like, cheese is great. You always like cheese pizza, yeah. Your birthday's on National Cheese Pizza Day. I like how there's a day specifically for cheese pizza. Yeah, for a specific type of pizza. Because isn't there like a National Pizza Day? And then there's a National Cheese Pizza Day? That's awesome. It's just, that's funny. But that's really cool. But yeah, cheese pizza, like, you really can't go wrong with cheese. But when I do the 2 toppings, Domino's medium, you get bacon and mushrooms. Okay. Teddy leads us back to the roof. They say that this was a place they used to enter and exit this world. Oh yeah, exit this world. Labrys, who still doesn't quite understand that she is in the TV, cocks her head in bewilderment. Yosuke-san and his friends gather around her and explain everything. She is shocked at first, but as she grows accustomed to the idea, she begins laughing. Relieved, I leave Labrys to them. I approach... Oh, we gotta fight her again. I approach Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san. I relate to them all the information I have gathered on this case so far. I tell them that the tournament's host was Labrys' shadow, which had emerged from her, and that Labrys may have not been stolen, but that she may have escaped on her own. She has the ability to manipulate people's senses. That would explain the sign of mental... Yo, okay, Labrys versus Maruki. That would explain the signs of mental interference found in the hijackers. We were able to discover Inaba through our research. Perhaps she used the same methods. It would have taken time, but she was sealed away for over 10 years. Although she was caged, it is not clear whether she was conscious or not during that period. She had more than enough time. Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san show no surprise. Oh, but they do let out a long sigh. In contrast to Mitsuru-san, who was lost in thought, Akihiko-san goes to get an answer straight from the source. Labra startles when he taps her shoulder.
So when did you actually awaken?
That'll probably freak me out too. I'm like minding my own business. I feel a tap on my shoulder, and then you just hear the deep voice. So when did you actually awaken? Like, yo, that give me a mini heart attack. Akihiko-san's question is blunt, but Labras handles it calmly, knowing that it is a natural thing to ask.
You know, I can't remember.
She's being honest. She had used her ability on herself. Not even she knew what she really was. But Akihiko-san seems skeptical. Having no memory of it also means that she is unable to deny it.
Please, Mitsuru-san, can you be lenient with her?
Mitsuru-san folds her arms and thinks. I know she is in a difficult position. Though Labras may have a heart, that does not make her human. She is a weapon with dangerous capabilities. Mitsuru-san cannot decide based on her personality alone what measures to take. Especially now that we are affiliated with the police. We have a reputation to consider.
Yeah, would you, please?
Yosuke-kun.
I know I'm asking without knowing the whole story here, but please don't lock her up again.
Everyone decided on Yosuke for this. Like, we haven't seen a lot of you at all, actually. We see more Yosuke than you. I know I'm... Oh, he said this. Even his friends seem surprised by his outburst. But soon enough, they are all giving Mitsuru-san the same pleading look. Mitsuru-san winces before giving her a smile.
Well, I hadn't intended to seal her away again to begin with.
Mitsuru-san.
Seriously? Did you hear that?
We all heard it.
It should be a walk in the park compared to the challenge of sending Aigis to school.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Don't even get me started. She has no intention of locking her away. The smile on Mitsuru-san's face confirms that much.
Thank you so much.
How about if we go outside? This isn't really the place to stand around and chat.
Yeah. Well, it was a hell of a way to start off a holiday, but at least it's over. Why'd that Shadow have to pick our school and us of all people?
Will a stranger have an encounter with you, Shadow? Oh, we can't, I guess. Or like a Shadow version of everyone. Because I did that in training, yeah. Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san freeze.
You know, that is odd now that you mention it.
I wasn't paying attention to what was said. Let's go to the log. Okay, why did Shadow have to pick our school? Oh, okay. I just was not paying attention to what Yosuke was saying.
I was told this place takes its shape from a person's memories. Why would it become this high school?
I had picked up on that incongruity as well. Putting aside that Inaba was chosen as the escape destination, why was a specific school so carefully recreated? I also have my doubts about Labras's power. Strictly speaking, it doesn't rob one's sanity. What her power really does is cloud one's senses with illusions. I'm not sure that would have been enough to control those hijackers so completely.
Hey, Labras.
Akihiko-san calls out to Labras again. Poop. Well, crap. The instant he puts... Okay, now as soon as I pick my drink up, the instant he puts his hand on her shoulder, she suddenly twitches.
Hey, what's the matter?
Labras abruptly leaps backwards. Everyone is baffled to see her white body flying over their heads.
She's...
Stay back, everyone!
Akihiko-san is the first to realize the danger and yells a warning to the others.
Sister?
Labras stands there emotionlessly. Slowly, her right hand reaches for the battle axe on her back. Whoa, what was that? The heck? I guess it was one of these drinks. Like, did Mike pick that up? One of these bottles just popped. Tension fills the air.
No! Why?
The blade of the axe is pointed towards me. I do not comprehend. What's going on? As I stand there confused, Labras lowers her stance, readying herself for battle. I open my mouth to try to persuade her, but I can't. There is no time. Labrys now has the use of her persona. She will be stronger than before. If I don't focus on counterattacking, I'll lose. I clench my jaw and hold in the despair that threatens to overwhelm me. I must concentrate on the problem at hand. Yeah. Microphone picked it up. Was it loud? I imagine it was because it was like right next to my mic. Let me see what moves I want to try out. Vital. Fight. Oh, what? Okay. Mode change. Okay, let's try a mode change. You know what that? Oh. Okay, wait. Wait! I'm trying to do the... Oh my god. Dude, alright, look. We're not doing anything right now. I just wanted to do a mode change, but that ain't happening now. What? Oh, okay, I thought I was getting wrecked. But we're okay. Wait, no! Oh my god. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Yes, go save her again. Row, fight the power. Labrys falls to the ground with a thud.
Labrys!
Well, no one caught her here either. I tried to run to her, but I stopped when I hear an unearthly voice.
You succeeded in repulsing it yet again.
Everyone takes a defensive stance and looks around.
What is this? I'm not getting a good feeling about this.
Me either, Isai.
It's certainly an ominous presence. That voice.
Is that my voice?
Mm-hmm. It's Izanagi. I'm sorry, Izanami. Yes, it is. And before I can react, an unnatural looking shadow, a clump of dankness thick as a pool of blood, forms next to Labrys. Our true enemy rises up from the sludge. It is a sight I will never forget.
No. Aigis-san's shadow.
It's kind of hard to forget the sight of yourself.
To think you'd fight back this fiercely. No wonder you once strove back a god. Yes, I want them even more now.
Okay, but can we just talk about the range in Karen Strassman's voice, though? Like, she's getting this deep, but she also voices Nanako.
Want them? What does that mean?
Yosuke-san lashed out at the enemy, but it ignores him and continues talking.
Sadly, it seems things won't be going according to plan this time. But I'll make use of what tools I have to the very end. This is my last chance. No, more like a marvelous entertainment.
Entertainment?
Instead of answering, it raises his right hand over her.
Stand, my puppet.
Labrys stands up as if being pulled by strings.
Is it controlling her?
Sister!
She doesn't answer. Her face is a blank stare and her shoulders hang unnaturally. She is every inch's puppet. Confused, I look again at the enemy. Is that my shadow? It looks like me, but its voice, its powers, they're all so different from mine. But before I can come to a conclusion, the enemy uses Labrys to make its next move.
This form is exhausted from constant battle and will be useless as an asset. But unless you destroy it, it will keep rising up and attacking you all.
Oh, my bad. I was looking at the wrong thing. Backlog. Okay, what will you do? Dang. I want to know how the delivery was. Now I'll never know. Alright. With the battle axe in hand, Lapras dashes forward without warning. Dang. Her attack is much more forceful than in the last battle. Even with all my strength, I am being pushed back.
Oh, crap. If this keeps up...
Let's do this! Takemika!
Wait! Don't interfere!
What?
Please!
I clench my teeth. Lapras is under that thing's control and ignoring her own limits. And she is already damaged and exhausted from the previous battle. If we all attack, we might be able to contain her, but she could be destroyed in the process.
Now, may you suffer and curse your fate. Relinquish your personas.
Relinquish?
Personas and shadows are one and the same. If I poison your hearts, I can recruit shadows with unparalleled strength.
Wait, what? You mean turn our personas back to shadows?
The heart is frail. Its weaknesses are never fully vanquished. Given the opportunity, it can betray you and return to darkness. Old wounds that you thought you had overcome, opened once again. You almost let go of your hearts, your personas.
Ugh. Excuse me.
This one's desire to make people suffer was perfectly suited for such a plan.
Plan?
You caused all this to gather strong shadows?
You bastard. Who are you?
You had best hurry and decide. Who will be destroyed? The shell or the lot of you?
Lapras flies through the air again and unleashes a full force attack. I am forced to one knee. If she attacks again, it's over. But just when I'm sure it's over, something happens.
Sorry, but this show is over.
Oh yeah. I see Mitsuru-san stand straight up out of the corner of my eye. Suddenly, the menacing aura surrounding Lapras is dispelled like magic.
What?
For the first time, the enemy seems shocked. Free from the spell, Lapras falls to the ground.
Sister!
I run to her and cradle her in my arms. What was that? Mitsuru-san smiles defiantly and glares up to the sky.
Looks like you made it in the nick of time. You saved us, Yamagishi.
Fuka coming in clutch! An answer voice echoes in my head. That soft but extremely reassuring voice.
Are you all okay? Fuka-san?
She looks great, man. Fuka Yamagishi-san. She's a fellow ally who helped us overcome the challenges we faced in the past. I cannot help but smile with surprise and joy.
So you had a third assistant.
Ooh, what a soothing voice! My teddy senses are telling me that this is a real cutie pie.
She is a real cutie pie. I will agree with you there, Teddy.
Is this like Rise-chan's persona? Wait, where is she? This feeling. What the...
Rise-san opens her eyes and looks up.
That voice. It's not coming from in here. Whoever it is out there.
Seriously? She can use hers in the real world? That's amazing.
Even before I can ask, Fuka-san tells me what I want to know.
Aigis, the enemy is just mimicking your appearance. It's not actually a part of you.
Very impressive to guess correctly from such a long distance away.
Mitsuru-san stares at the enemy in shock. We hear Fuka-san's words as if she is speaking, but technically there is no sound. Oh crap, that's right! Oh! She transmits her voice directly into people's minds. Other people should hear nothing. Yet the enemy is responding to her. I raise my guard in spite of myself, but there is no fear in me. My doubts about the enemy, my hesitation are gone. The music! My heart starts to burn. What is this? I never felt this heated emotion before that's running through my body.
You must be the one behind all this. You stole Labrys and threw her into a TV.
I don't think Aigis has ever been angry before.
You were after Persona users from the start. That's why you chose this school and tampered with Labrys' memories. And you just demonstrated how you controlled those hijackers.
So this must be the real puppet master.
Then, that voice who tried to dissuade me back in that classroom.
You're quite slow for a machine. Can't you tell by looking at me who that was?
So that wasn't something my heart saw, but just a malicious whisper. The fire in my heart is stoked higher, and I make a fist without realizing it. I thought this entire incident was just an unfortunate event caused by my sister's suffering, but her pain was all orchestrated by someone. This isn't her tragedy. Someone saw to it that this would happen, and not just to Labrys. Whoever did this tried to manipulate the pain in my heart too, by posing as my shadow. And to top it off, the culprit posed as everyone here to make them distrust each other, reopening old wounds. This was all an evil plan. I am not human, but because of that, I hold the hearts and bonds of others to be sacred. They saved me. They kept me going. They keep me going now. And yet, it tested those bonds and used our anguish for its own purpose. Our hearts were nothing but tools to it. Tools to hurt others. I see. I get it now. This roiling, violent surge of emotion. This shaking, burning, erupting sensation. I realize that this is the type of emotion which can be best described in a single word. Anger. Or fury. That works too, yeah. This is fury.
Are you angry? All right, I'll play along. The show must go on, right?
I don't think Aigis ever gets angry. So, like, you know, you have to really mess up if you can make Aigis angry.
You've gone too far.
Let's go. Let's beat him up. Let's go. Cool. That face. I'm just gonna wreck your day. Whoa! That was cool. Counter! We both countered each other. Nope. Why? Fine. Bump it. You're like, bump it, like, I tried. I was able to get like that ultimate move, the instant KO with Naoto. And I don't know how I did it. Like, I know the commands is like down 3 times and then it's triangle and circle. But I can't do it. And I don't know why. What am I doing wrong? Do I need a different controller? Do I need to get like an actual just fight pad? How much are fight pads? They're probably like a bajillion dollars. God. They probably cost more than a game. This thing shaped like me falls to the ground on its knees. But it gets right back up with an awkward, jerking emotion and lets out an insane laugh. The smile on his face, contrasted with his damaged limbs, has the eeriness of a clown.
This is fine with me. Good enough for my purposes that I confirmed you have enough power to meet my expectations.
Good enough, my ass.
Those are the words of a sore loser.
This is only a temporary form. I doubted there'd be any meaning in changing my appearance, but sure enough, it made for a very enjoyable game. All that irritates me is having to feign cooperation with that foolish human until I obtain the one true vessel.
That foolish human. That's an odd choice of words. It would seem to imply not only that if it is not human, but also that it is working with the human to carry out its crimes.
I will see you in another guise next time. Just wait until then.
It let out Arrakis. Is that how you say it? Arrakis laugh with my face. You know what? Let's learn. Let's get educated. I'm gonna look that up. How do you say this? Raucous. No, no. Oh. They spelled it wrong. It's supposed to be raucous. There should be, that should be Raucous. Okay, so it's raucous, meaning harsh or strong. Okay, yeah, there's just another, oh my god. I know we talked about this before, but you know somebody got fired after this game. There are so many typos in here. There are so many typos in this game. Like, what happened?
Yamagishi.
Misuru quickly calls out. However, wait, there we go.
The reading disappeared. It didn't move, it just vanished. What could this mean?
Back to square one again.
Akihiko-san lets out a heavy sigh.
Sheesh. It even had to exit on a lame, evil laugh.
Another guise, huh?
Don't even think about coming around here again!
Should we put up some talismans? I've got a lot left over from when we were putting them up in our inn.
Well, even if it shows up again, it'll get double the pain we gave it this time.
I feel like the budget was not as high. There were some typos in Persona 4 and Persona 3 too, to be fair. Okay, one, where were they? It's not that I don't believe you, I just legitimately do not remember. And two, was it as bad in there as it wasn't here? Well, I guess like you said, also the budget wasn't as high. But still, dang, like if you're gonna do your job, at least do it right. There's a lot of typos in here.
Who could it be, though? How did it know about our personas?
I mean, I guess I guess in their defense, there is a lot of dialogue in these games. I guess. The Persona 4 ones you have to dig for. Okay, so they're not like in your face like these.
That aside, it sure had a sneaky way of doing things. This is twice I've been kidnapped into the TV world, you know. Twice!
That's right, she tired. Homegirl's tired. She has been kidnapped into the TV world twice. Crap, that's true. Remember P3 having some obvious ones? Yeah, I had to check that again. Because I really don't remember. Yeah, like I said, I believe you. Granted, you know how great my memory is when it comes to Persona lore. Your irritation is obvious. And it's only natural. They were toyed with as well, and they do not take Labrys's treatment as a tool well. But I cannot encourage them to settle the score. Akihiko-san apparently thinks the same thing.
Don't worry about it. We'll handle things from here.
Wait, but it kinda said it was still after us.
You're right.
Of course. You should be aware that the enemy is out there. Akihiko only means that there is no need to abandon your lives to pursue it. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. That is, after all, our duty.
But...
Guys, let's leave this to them.
You can...
Are you serious?
They're right that we need to go back for now. You look beat.
Yu-san, aware of their situation, speaks out. Perhaps he senses our dilemma.
I'm sorry, everyone.
He nods and looks at Yosuke-san, who reluctantly gives up. Their ability to communicate through eye contact only proves the strength of their bond.
Alrighty.
Dang, even Aigis didn't pick up on
The
it.
trip doesn't end until we get out of the TV.
Dude, we were in the middle of a conversation. What's this about a trip? You really gave us a scare disappearing like that. And this isn't the first time either.
It's not my fault! Or should I actually sponsor the next Miss Inaba?
Don't even think about it.
Get wrecked. Chie-san's fist is still shaking with anger after impacting Teddy at full strength. There are times when you should give it your all because it's your friend. How beautiful friendship is. Aigis. I comprehend. After everyone calms down, we finally move on to the main subject. We are on the roof to begin with to leave this world. After getting everyone's attention, Teddy makes a few narcissistic remarks and clicks his heels. Then, like a magic trick at a party, some old TVs appear in a puff of smoke. Okay, so we know Teddy knows party tricks, but does Aigis know
What are you
any?
doing with this ancient TV? Hang on, where'd you even get this?
Goodwill.
It's a Teddy vision! You can get out from here!
This TV is our escape route? Can we really fit inside?
Ooh, are you a little too front-loaded to fit? In that case, I wouldn't mind helping you squeeze through!
You're even worse than before, you know that?
Chie-san and Yosuke-san jump in without hesitation, showing how used to it they are. Seeing that, Akihiko-san and Mitsuru-san shrug and follow suit. Labrys' eyes are wide to see everyone getting sucked into the TV, but she doesn't look scared. Her eyes are actually bright as she glances this way. I can't help but smile at that. She doesn't need my permission to do anything. I tell her to go ahead, and she dives in head first with a giant grin. Although, just as I thought, her wings. Oh, her wings don't fit, and she gets caught on this. Oh, Labrys. I can't. It's a good thing another pervert is not here. Yeah, man. Just as I... Oh, wait. I burst into laughter to see her legs sticking out of the TV, kicking wildly. I take off the unit on her back, and she instantly gets sucked into the TV. Okay, so you can take that off. That's crazy. I wonder if she landed safely. As the last one left, I turn around and take a final look. It doesn't feel like it, but it's only been a few hours since we entered the TV. And only 3 days since the hijacking. It was a horrible nightmare, but at the same time, I met some good people. But most importantly, it isn't over. The true test may still come, maybe still to come. I push my toes in. What toes? I just put my toes in and slip into the TV. She's got hooves! I made it back out safely. Or everyone made it back out safely. Now what? This is music. When we return to the real world, I'm surprised to find myself in Jeunesse, a large department store. I've never seen Mitsuru-san so flustered. Even she could not have expected to emerge in the most crowded place in town and form a display TV at that. But to make it back to the limousine, we have no choice but to walk through the store. Mitsuru-san in her skin-tight suit. Akihiko-san mostly naked except for his cape. Me with my mechanical parts exposed, and Labrys with her axe. Or wings, I suppose. Hey! Freaking, not to mention Teddy. Well, everyone knows Teddy, so it's fine. Rise-san and Naoto-san are both public figures. One is an idol, and the other is a detective. It's the ultimate crossover, just everyone's here. We make quite an outlandish procession. We look like we're on our way to a con. Considering the nature of our operations, I hope to avoid having my picture taken with phone cameras. However, as we walk along, I soon find that my fear of cameras is baseless. In fact, it's not cameras we need to worry about at all. It's the police. I find myself anxious at this completely unexpected situation. An arrest would mean disgrace as an unofficial unit. Great. And I'm sure Yosuke-san and the others would like to avoid the inside of Juvenile Hall. Everyone hastily agrees with each other and takes off at full speed. They just run in Jeunesse. I can hear Yosuke-san and Chie-san loudly complain about the unfairness of the world. Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san exchange fearless smiles, though cold sweat is streaming from both their heads. Freaking Teddy. Teddy and Labyrinth seem like they're having fun. I don't think they understand the situation. Yu-san and Yukiko-san run without a word like determined athletes. Kanji-san tries to turn and fight every so often, with Naoto-san having to stop him each time. Who are you trying to fight? You're in Junes. Rise-san switches on her cell phone to find an alarming number of missed calls, which seems to be the bigger problem for her. In the end, our parting with the Yasagami High School students concludes with a brief goodbye as we all scatter like birds. That's more entertaining than everyone else's. Everyone else is like, man, we're tired. We're just going to go without saying anything. Aigis was like, no, man, everyone was running that night. We decided to stay the night in Inaba for a quick health checkup and review of the case. After finishing the necessary steps, we decided to take an early rest. The true culprit is still out there, and Labyrinth needs to get to the lab for proper maintenance. After 10 years of stasis, she was suddenly forced into a series of stressful battles. It would not be surprising if some of her parts are now malfunctioning. Considering the morning traffic, we should leave early in the day. Or so I suggest, but Labyrinth had other ideas. It was interesting. May 4th, the next day. Our car is parked near an intersection away from the main road. We are here to say goodbye to everyone. Labyrinth wanted it this way. I'm happy that she wishes to see people again of her own will. On the side of the street, all the people we met yesterday are gathered to see Labyrinth one last time. They wished to say goodbye to her, but they had not expected us to contact them.
I asked if I could come see everyone. I wanted to give everyone a real goodbye.
What do you do next? You going back to that lab?
No, I decided I'm gonna work with Mitsuru-san and them. I want to do my damnedest to catch whoever used me to bait a trap for you all.
Alright. Then I guess the party's on hold until after everything's really over. But hey, you should come see us again anyway. Promise me, okay?
You got a pinky promise.
You got it.
Labyrinth shakes hands with each of them. They gave each other high fives. What are you talking about? Even after we leave, Labyrinth keeps waving through the rear window. Waving and waving and waving. Waving and waving and even past the point where the human eye can no longer see her, she is still waving. I'm glad that that's, at least that's canon. Like, Labyrinth just did not stop waving. Because that was brought up like 2 other times as well. After she has waved to her heart's content, she turns to see Fuka-san and I looking at her and blushes. Fuka-san giggles.
I'm glad things went well. Oh, but first, it's good to see you again. This is becoming a real reunion.
Yes.
Indeed. Things are going to heat up from now on. I must get back and reallocate my staff.
You're including me in there, right?
He's closed it up now. Promise me to come back and visit. I miss you, Labyrinth. Please kiss me. What's going on, Charlotte? It's good to see you.
Every opponent I made a mistake against on my journey, I made sure to go back and get a rematch.
Oh,
Should
crap.
start a discussion amongst the staff again about working Yamagishi into our unit.
This will be no different, okay. My big old fingers.
Huh? I'm still not sure about joining any special unit.
She gonna join. Flustered, Fuka-san starts wringing her head. You're doing well? Good. You deserve it. Looking at the seat next to me, I noticed Labyrinth looking at the sky from her window.
I didn't know the sky was so blue.
There is deep wistfulness in her voice.
Back at the lab, they only let me out at night. But this... I feel like I've seen it once before. That same bright blue sky.
It was when you tried to run away the first time. Once before. I recalled the memory relating to those words amongst the countless memories of Labyrinth's awakened within me. Yeah, see? The sea. The cerulean sky and lingering clouds, the emerald blue water. In my mind, I placed Labyrinth at the scene. A white figure gazing from the edge of a pier. Is there a dog? I know the scenery. For an instant, it feels that I do. Like a knot slowly undoing itself. The lid to a box inside of me opens, and something hot fills my chest. What had been only an image becomes a memory. Soon after, I understand everything. I know when Labra saw this scene. I know what she thought when she saw it. What she wished for.
I see now.
I can see everything. Noticing my murmur, Labras looks at me in wonder. Hold on. Look at something. Nice, okay. Noticing my murmur, Labras looks at me in wonder, okay.
The scenery
Ooh.
from your memory was the pier outside of the Yakushima laboratory.
It's a good shot. Suddenly, Labras's eyes open in surprise.
The date was the final day before you were sealed. You made a heartfelt wish there.
The song.
You hoped that your successor would make the same wish to see someone precious to them. And that meeting would take place at the pier. You dreamed that your successor would be able to go beyond that pier to places you would never be able to see for yourself. And that even if your memories were deleted, your feelings would be passed on to the next generation.
Labras's ruby eyes begin to quiver. My words have unearthed her buried memory.
Yeah, that's right. It was at that very place where I met the friends I have now. When I was searching for someone, I found myself naturally drawn there for some reason.
At the Yakushima lab. Where was the Yakushima lab exactly? I'm trying to think. I'm looking it up. All many names. Oh. Well, that didn't help me at all. That's something I'm going to deal with later. My memories return to a certain encounter. That day, on that very same pier, I met him. My dear friend, was that where you met him? Oh, no, I know where that is. Okay, I know where that is. Okay. I know where that is. Right corner of memories. Oh, I love this song. Yo, that got me. When I heard it in during the credits of Persona 4. It's like the song we hear every day. But yeah, I know where it was. Yeah, you met him at the pier. That was during the beach episode. Okay, so there was a lab there. Oh yeah, there was a lab there. That's right. There was a lab there. Because I'm thinking about the entire beach episode. Okay, I know where that was. Holy crap. Yo. Okay, I know where it was.
I think it was because of your wish.
Right, they are cuties. Charlotte.
My wish? You mean the thing I wished for that day actually came true?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. It stayed alive for 10 years.
That's incredible.
Thank you, Labras. It's because of you that I found happiness.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Her voice.
My desires, all the feelings I got from the others, they didn't go to waste.
Oh my god, she's going to destroy me. I can't. Tears stream down Labras's cheeks. I stretch out a finger to wipe them off, but it's already wet from a drop on my own cheek. Isuru-san and Fuku-san smile at us gently. Fuku-san seems a bit teary-eyed herself.
I gotta thank you, too. You made me remember something important.
After wiping her tears, Labras looks at me, her eyes clear and determined.
There's someone I have to find. I need to meet her so I can tell her something.
Sure hope she's still alive. I am about to extend my hand to shake hers, but it now seems too distant a gesture for we sisters. Instead, I pull her towards me and look at her face to face.
I'm sure you will. You're not alone anymore. We can search for her together.
Yeah. Thanks.
As the sun shines down, she gives me the biggest smile I've seen on her yet. So nice. Yeah, I'm happy for them too. Boy, okay, we did it. And, oh wow, man, I sure hope we have time to do all of Elizabeth's story because we're about to do Elizabeth's story. Yeah, we've been streaming for like no time. Oh yee. But first, I want to take a quick break because I want to go use a bathroom. I also want to get a jacket because I've been drinking this cold milk. So now my body is also cold. But yeah, you actually crying because they're happy for the right? I believe the kids are saying I'm crying in the club. That's what they say, right? But yeah, so let me get this set up really quick. Oop. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I will be right back. I'm gonna go do the stuff that I gotta do. You guys can also use this time to get foods, take a nap, eat, pee, whatever you gotta do. But yeah, so I will see you guys in a second, and we will do Elizabeth's story. All right, break. Alright. I'm back. Give everybody a little bit of time to get themselves situated. You know, I was thinking, I have no idea how Elizabeth plays. I mean, I've seen how she plays, but I don't know how it feels to play as her. Like, how do you do that book thing? I want to know how to do that book thing where you just disappear. She just captures you. She just puts you in her book like a card captor, and that then she just slams you out and you hit the ground. How do I do that? That's what matters to me. What's her deal in the story? Yeah, she's just like walking around chilling. Oh, also, guys. Okay, do we want vanilla? Do you want to try vanilla first or strawberry first? Red or blue? Red versus blue. Which one do we want to try first? In the meantime, I'll go ahead. Strawberry? Okay, let's try strawberry. And then we'll do vanilla next. Yeah, what is vanilla milk? Apparently it's not just plain milk. Well, yeah, I mean, I know milk isn't vanilla, but still. I don't know. Oh, what? Wait. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Let's start it. Elizabeth's story. Let's go. Let's see what she's been up to. What have you been doing, girl? Oh. Want to speak? Within the endless darkness, there scattered countless bright lights like a nebula. But those lights are not stars. Each one is the light of life, the gleam of man's soul. I know what this is! This is a world inside people's hearts. A place where every human's consciousness is connected and can be traced to their origin. Every memory since the dawn of man, and even those on the ladder of his evolution, slumbers here. Some think of this place as a sea, and they may be correct. Depending on how deep you go, you may see this world's endless landscapes and innumerable faces. Where I stand now is one of its furthest depths. A domain that has existed far before life became sentient or even took form. Here, there is only the darkness of death and the radiance of life. I come here at times, just for funsies, for a very important objective. Suddenly, a patch of the darkness surges and undulates. The pitch black substance swells with a tar-like consistency and quickly takes the shape of a giant arm.
My, it's rather stout compared to before.
Jesus. We use this for the thumbnail. Just as good and evil are products of man's heart, there is a negative force here in this sea of souls that tempts man to corruption and destruction. Though one person's malice may amount to little, there are billions of people in the world. It's actually common for monsters capable of destroying mankind to develop without anyone realizing. This is one of them. Though it was only an arm at first, it quickly develops into an enormous human-shaped torso. You hear that? Randomly. It roars with resentment, sending shocks through this space. Through the space where up and down are fluid. The monster raises an enormous arm that could tear down mountains towards the heavens. But it suddenly stops. Something is blocking its movement. I am to be precise. You might think I'm nowhere on the scene. And true. Freaking Elizabeth. You might think I'm nowhere. It's like, yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got to the situation. You might think I'm nowhere on the scene. In truth, even the monster may be thinking that. But I'd like to direct your attention to the fingertips at the end of this giant arm. Closer. Even closer than that. Keep going closer. All the way to the index finger.
There. Do you see me now?
Oh man, I love Elizabeth. It's Mini Nix. Freeze right. Yep, that's literally what's going on. Like, thank you, Elizabeth.
Have I forgotten to introduce myself? My name is Elizabeth.
So, like, and the fourth wall is down. There is no fourth wall. That makes sense. There is no fourth wall with Elizabeth. If anyone was going to destroy that wall, it was going to be her. I fix my gaze upon the two lights that seem to be the monster's eyes, but it twists away, trying to resist.
Do you wish to behold death that much?
That face. I grab the monster's index finger, and in one motion, I flip its immense body and throw it into the air. She does not care. Lizzie, please. The monster cries out in agony, and the area quakes again.
Oh dear. It seems it won't be easy for one of this size. I cannot damage the world of everyone's hearts, and I hesitate to make a scene in the real world either. Time for a change of scenery.
I open the elegant grimoire in my hand. A large blue magic circle forms behind the throne monster, swallowing the gargantuan figure. I follow it in. Continual turbulent streams of light and darkness flow past the monster and myself. Okay, what would Elizabeth's alignment be? Like, it's definitely chaotic, but would she be considered neutral or good? I'm leaning more towards good, because she doesn't really do anything, like, bad. And she even, like, stepped out to, talk to Labrys and be like, hey, this isn't right. Like, you know that, don't you? You gotta wake up. Whatever, she's definitely chaotic. Eventually, I speak up.
We will soon reach our destination.
Okay. Another magic circle appears, an altogether different kind of black void than the one we came from. She just left that monster, like, where it was. The monster is spat out there. Oh, no, she threw it in. That's where she threw it in. Never mind. And the monster is spat out there, and when it collides with the surface, a tremendous cloud of dust rises. I emerge from the magic circle, second, and rise into the air. On the horizon beyond the monster, I can see a deep blue sphere. You gotta get the blue spheres, man. Touch the red ones, game ends. Yes, this is the moon.
Now, I had promised to show you death. Your fate is in the cards.
Man, a figure appears behind me, bearing several coffins.
The god of death, Thanatos. What do you think?
The light of the stars shines off his drawn sword and gleams bewitchingly.
Was it to your liking? Well then, farewell.
Farewell. Oh, it flings the sword down at the monster's head. Against its fearsome size, the sword is barely larger than a needle. But the sword's merciless sharpness pierces far beyond the blade's length. The monster's body slices apart like wet paper. That's gross. He's the long-nosed man. There's a long-nosed man song. I don't know that one. I think I've heard of it. I just haven't heard it. I've heard of it. I just have not heard it. With a final dead cry, the monster slowly dissolves and evaporates as black mist. A deafening silence returns to the area. To break the quiet, a tune plays on my lips.
Velvet, oh velvet.
What? I create another magic circle in the air and step through it. I shouldn't remain long in this world without any real objective. Yeah, Elizabeth is actually a comic book character. This is not the world I belong in, after all.
My master has a large nose.
There it is. Ooh, look at that. Very nice. I was once a resident of the Velvet Room and served its master. The dark blue clothing I still wear is from that time. All the residents have their roles, but they are also on a journey. Oh, okay. We help our guests grow as people, and through the help we offer, we come to understand the ultimate question. What is the meaning of life? It is the fundamental question of who are we?
Thinking back on it, I spent so many days like that for such a long time. I had thought that it would be impossible to change.
But 2 years ago, I finally reached my answer. One's identity cannot be sought out, but must be forged for oneself. It's something you build little by little. People call the freedom to do so potential, and by mastering it, people develop their unique identities. That is the understanding I came to. So it seemed to me I should believe in my own potential and wander in pursuit of my desire. It wasn't a hard conclusion to come to. That's why I abandoned my assigned role and departed on my long journey. Yeah, I don't know, man. Things are getting crazy. I have set an objective for myself. To defeat the monster I fought a moment ago once and for all. I vanquished it then, but that is only temporary.
It'll surely resurrect within a year again. And I'll go through today once more.
That monster was born from the twisted wishes arising from the lack of substance in people's lives. It slowly stagnates and seeps out. If this is life, then bring on death. And desires like that are what give it power. And that giant black arm tries to free death from his prison. It can never be left to act on its aims. But as long as people continue to wish as they do, the foul feelings will congeal, and it will revive endlessly. To truly defeat the monster means to change people's hearts. Hey! That cannot be done no matter how much one improves their skill in battle. Yeah, P5 wasn't a thing yet. I do not currently know how this goal can be attained. Yeah, Elizabeth, just wait 4 years. You'll be fine. And maybe that no one in this world knows yet. Some new and unknown miraculous power will most likely be required. That is why I wish to travel as far and wide as I can to broaden my horizons. Since I have only interacted with the guests of the room, I'm sure the scope of my knowledge is far inferior to a single human's. But there are infinite places for me to explore. I'll travel to each one and satisfy my natural curiosity. Ooh, okay, yeah. Elizabeth. Okay. I don't know how many things she has. You don't know about mementos? Yeah, I guess not.
Now.
She's getting all the Persona 3 music. I love it. J-Dog, what's going on? Okay, have you played online? I have not. I'm playing this game for the first time ever. We're doing the story mode. In fact, we're almost finished with Arena story mode. Then we can go on to Arena Ultimax's story mode. But how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
That's why I have come here. A double check on the danger scale situation that I just recently discovered.
I place my hands on my hips, and what I believe to be standing firm before me what seems to be a replica of a building in the real world.
I sense multiple Persona users gathering. It's once in a blue moon that one discovers a place like this.
So is that how she got into the TV? She didn't go through a TV. She just used her circle thing. She just teleported and ended up there. Oh goodness.
I'm sure I can learn some interesting things here, or something along those lines. In any case, I, Elizabeth, can scarcely keep myself from getting involved.
For someone with a physical form to step into the realm of the mind would be for them to enter an even more abstract place in the Velvet Room. Normally, it would be impossible, and even if it were, it would be very dangerous without a firm will. For it to occur at all is intriguing enough, but on top of that, these people are mainly Persona users. And not just one or two. There's no denying that something truly extraordinary is happening here. Broaden horizons aside, I can't resist taking a closer look. Right, she got here just by chance. When I get closer, I see a nameplate reading Yasagami High School. Yasagami High School is what seems to be the main gate.
This building. Is it a school?
The school building before me looks aged, and I narrow my eyes.
It seems somewhat old-fashioned compared to the school I have experience with, but it has its charms as well. This is what they call animalist aesthetic. Animalist? Bestial? Anyway, something along those lines.
Persona 3 music's so good. There are bizarre decorations as far as the eye can see inside the building. Was this school always this adorned?
These decorations. Could this be the fabled school festival I've heard tell of?
Oh man.
A festival is where one toys with the lives of goldfish in a scandalous game.
I love how she's just the cat of this game right now. To where like she was just minding her own business, doing her own things, just gets roped up into action.
One can also enjoy a combat simulation with close-range shooting tests using sniper rifle fire into the interior of stalls.
Yeah, that's literally what Big was doing in Adventure 1. He was just vibing, minding his own business. He was not trying to get caught up in any of this. It just happened.
Ooh, I'm starting to get excited.
And then when he gets out of it, he goes back home, and the very first thing he does is have a dance party. That's it. He just goes right back to vibing. Oh man, Big the Cat and Elizabeth will be buds. Looking up, I spy a large sign done in vibrant colors.
P1 Grand Prix. Could this be a fighting tournament?
How does she guess that so well? You only play scoop up rubber balls. I wonder if we're going to see her brother, Theo. Okay. This is more like Persona Q, unfortunately. Oh, is it really? Oh, dang.
This isn't why the Persona users are gathering, is it?
Man, I really hope I can get that stuff to not lag so much. Oh my gosh, I would love to play Persona Q on stream. No sooner do my suspicions arise than I sense the first presence within the school and turn towards it. Come, the challenger. I wave my arms about in anticipation. But something seems a bit odd.
That lady over there. She not a Persona user? Regardless of that, I sense something out of the ordinary.
When I close my eyes, I can tell that while she may appear to be a human girl, something about her is amiss. I sense an unnatural disconnect from her memories and consciousness not seen in most people.
Is she truly human?
Now that I'm here, I can sense powerful combatants gathering one by one. If such power were to be used to its fullest in clashes of skill, the result could be life-threatening. This place is not meant for such a girl. If she were to be drawn into this, then the worst-case scenario.
Were I still my old self when I only lived to play out my role, I would leave her be. But I am different now.
I am a new woman. I make my way towards the girl. As I approach her, I begin to hear voices. It seems that she is calling herself a student council president. I stride down to the end of the hallway, where she is walking directly into her view. The girl gives me a slightly questioning look, but no more. She comes towards me guilelessly.
Hey, excuse me. You got some reason to be at our school?
Up close, I can tell at once. There is no doubt that this girl is not human. Yet she seems to be under that impression. The original residents of this place seem to believe that she is as well. But of course, that is impossible. The disconnect I sensed earlier must be related.
Could someone have tampered with her memories and psyche?
No matter how unusual her circumstances, such extreme gaps in awareness are no mere figments of the imagination. It's possible, but normally those with a distorted view of reality are equally distorted emotions, or have equally distorted emotions. And I do not sense that in her. Her emotions are imbalanced, only her memories and awareness fall short, like a corpse de ballet falling behind a soloist. I fixed my gaze upon the girl before me once again. If she did not come, if she did not come here of her own will, then the events here may be more sinister than I imagined.
Are you sure this is how things should be?
Look at Elizabeth just figuring everything out in less than 15 minutes.
Huh? What are you talking about? I am a wanderer who only stopped here because I sensed great power gathering. I am in no position to give advice, but, this place will soon be caught in a bit of a fracas.
A fracas.
If you continue to avert your eyes from everything, I think it will have an impact on your life in the near future. My life? What you choose is up to you, but I believe there are factors preventing you from making the right choices at the moment. I couldn't bring myself to just stand by and watch as you lost your life before my eyes. That is why I came to you, so I could give you one last chance.
She has most likely forgotten who she is. I sense something shining, slumbering deep in her heart. It's the glow of a bond. No one who has been a resident in the Velvet Room could mistake it for anything else. Before she forgot herself, she must have had strong feelings about someone or had made a promise to them. But I'll leave it to her to remember what it was. I hold out the Persona Compendium as if handing it to the girl and open its pages. Light streams out from it and washes over her. The light dispels the girl's false image, the illusion that made her seem human, though she is not.
Huh? What is this?
Strong feelings about someone. Lesbos! Look, they're sisters! Her true form is revealed as a gleaming mechanical body. Her arm looks as if steel plates are covering them. The girl frantically pulls at them to try to tear them off. Won't that hurt your back?
It won't come off. What gives? My, what a robotically cool body. It is apparently meant for battle.
What a robotically cool body. That's true. That's why Yosuke Lapras is cuter. Lapras, honestly, Lapras is just adorable with everybody, man.
Hey, you! What did you do to me?
Lapras can get whoever she wants. She deserves it.
Nothing in particular. Well, considering that you are meant for battle, I shall briefly be your opponent.
Okay.
During that time, why not think back about who you are? Huh? My opponent?
Most likely, I will not get through to her with words alone. Only by being forced into a confrontation will she finally be able to understand. She already knows how to use the steel limbs, which she's supposedly never seen before.
And away we go.
Her hanging out with Yukiko? Yeah, man. Oh my gosh, Lapras and Yukiko just hanging out. Oh goodness. I feel like nothing would get done. The Nados is her persona. Let's go. Final. Fight.
Final.
The music!
Fight.
The letter elevator attendant. The lethal elevator attendant. What is this song? Oh god, Ghastly Wail. She can heal! These are insta-kill moves, kind of. That's almighty. What else does she have? Shuffle time!
Impressive. What's the big idea? Impressive.
Wait! Wait!
Oh my. It's time to be judged.
There we go.
The lever.
Oh, that's different.
What's the big idea? The time has come. It's time to be judged. The devil. Seriously? My attack. You're frozen now. You are sealed. Here are gusts of wind. Seriously? Here is some electricity.
I'm just tapping. She just blocked that. She blocked. Elizabeth is insane.
You're frozen now.
I'm just tapping square.
My turn. Here, some freeze.
She just never stops. The 20, the 31 hits.
My turn. My turn. Here, some freeze. My turn.
Elizabeth's the kind of person who everyone's gonna want to get banned. Oh my god. She is ridiculous. I mean, that's what we pretty much expect from her, but good lord. Literally all I had to do was just keep pressing square. That first hit, it's over. Like, the opponent's not doing anything. Oh wait, I already did that. Get down. That was insane. The girl collapses powerlessly. I used a soft touch during the battle. She should have sustained no injuries. Soft touch? Lizzie is 100% the OP secret character. Like, goodness gracious. Autocorrect. What happened? Bubble room. What do you see? She's a bubble room attendant. So they're pretty powerful. The bubble room attendants are super powerful. Probably. She should have sustained no injuries. Probably. Still, the girl does not stand back up. Apparently due to mental rather than physical distress. Her own arms and legs had turned metallic. Yet, in the heat of the battle, she was able to use those foreign appendages with ease. If she truly thought herself to be a human, that would have come as quite a shock.
That should be enough. I'm sure you realize now that you are not human. There must have been an important promise that could only be kept in that guise. That must have been your reason for living. Whether it's worth losing that or not, I ask that you give it serious thought.
How much faster would this have been taken care of if Elizabeth was the protagonist?
An important promise. My reason for living?
Her potential will become unlocked through self-reflection. That was how it happened for me as well.
Now, it seems the tumult of trials is about to begin. In which case, I bid you good luck.
Thanks. I close the component in my hand, and on the warm pages rustle as they meet. By the time it shuts, I am already far away from the girl. In my absence, the illusion is again in place, giving her the appearance of a human once more. She may consider what happened to be a daydream, and that is quite alright. My intention was to give her an opportunity to awaken to the truth. What she eventually decides is up to her. But that aside, there's something else on my mind. The girl I fought looked human, but wasn't. It is rare for even one such as I, with an unimaginably long lifespan, to meet someone like her. Yet, she is the second such person I've known. The other was also a guest of mine once. She, too, resembled a human girl. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. The answer is canon. Good. I was wondering that the answer... Like, I mean, like, I know how pretty much everything is canon in Persona, supposedly, but, I'm glad they acknowledge it. Like, it's one thing to know that something's canon, but it's a whole other thing when later games acknowledge those things. So, yeah. The answer is canon. I can sense her power somewhere here as well. Most likely, she's here for reasons having to do with the girl I met.
What an intriguing event. More so than I had first imagined.
You mean Velrune is what you meant? Though I can't... I'm glad the answer's canon. The answer was good. I like how the answer was done. Though I came here... You know what? I was thinking about that too. I bet you Yukari and Aigis really bonded, because they became roommates at the end of the answer. Yeah, so I imagine they've had to have gotten somewhat close after just living together for a year. Though I came here on a mere whim, this trip may be unexpected fruit. Perhaps I'll discover something important. My interest piqued even more now, and I decided to go further in. When I do, the bustle of voices reaches my ear. Is that a cheer? Uh-oh. Or is she gonna see the video? One of the monitors nearby turns on after the cheer dies down. It's showing a girl in a school uniform. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, she's got the echo on. She got the reverb. Okay, I see you, Risa.
is everyone ready? It's time to get our program started. I've Reset will be your commentator. Please hold your applause. Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. Well, with things starting to heat up now, the General has a few words for you. The mic's all yours, sir.
The next person who seems to be the host takes a girl's place. Actually, person may be incorrect. The intriguing fluffiness and tantalizingly round body.
Well then, I'm proud to announce the opening of our very own P1 Grand Prix!
Woo!
Presenting the manliest of all men!
This is more of a to-do than I thought.
I keep watching as a video with some upbeat music plays.
Is this an introduction to the contestants?
A number of girls and boys are introduced at a steady pace. I haven't seen any of their faces before, but they all appear to be Persona users. Each one of them is tagged with a mocking epithet.
The carnivore who's discarded womanhood, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, the sister complex kingpin. Are these signs of their willingness to cast aside their pride in pursuit of victory? I wonder if they're not casting aside a little too much. This is a rather novel idea.
There's no denying that those with power are gathering here for the tournament. The video comes to a close. Since I came here on my own whim, I'm obviously not featured in it. How unfortunate. I catch myself pouting my lips. Elizabeth! Oh my god. Can you imagine if she got caught up in it? She had to fight. Yo. That's like Persona 4 Arena story. Persona 4 Arena story if Elizabeth was a contestant. And she would destroy everyone.
Should I officially enter this as well? Oh, but if the manliest of all men are the ones called for, I cannot participate. Then again, I distinctly spotted a woman or two in the introductory video, and I shan't concern myself with such trifling details.
Yeah.
I shall soldier on.
The trifling details, that's right. Don't let them bring you down, Elizabeth. The next time the host appears on a monitor, I'll make my entreaty. If he turns me down, then I shall resort to force. Very good. My mind made up, I begin my walk through the school. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's ridiculous. You gotta love Elizabeth. Battles, battles. Oh, where might I find a battle? I look into a window nearby. Aha!
Oh my! The host himself is before my eyes.
Oh god. Before I realize it, I'm already in motion. She just broke through
Pardon my
something.
dynamic entrance.
She just busted through the window. She didn't even bother to use the door.
Someone's here!
Bear costume. Looking around, I see a piano and portraits of famous composers lining the walls. I see. This must be what they call a music room.
Please forgive me for startling you.
Ooh! Who are you, miss?
I am Elizabeth, a mere elevator attendant, albeit one who is currently utterly neglecting her duties.
An elevator attendant? I don't believe it! I'm having culture shock! I wish Junessa's elevators had such beautiful attendants, too!
Excuse me, but may I ask your name?
Teddy! Doi!
I'm sorry. Would you mind repeating that in human language?
I was saying it normally. Teddy is my name, and I'm a proud bear!
I see. Teddy Bear. You have a rather creative flair to your appearance.
Just imagine her going to the. I imagine her like busting in like head first, but she's like spinning around, and she still somehow lands on her feet and poses.
I wish you'd say cute instead. Though hearing a pretty lady like you say so makes my heart skip a beat.
Watching him, I cannot restrain my curiosity any longer, and prod his soft fur with abandon.
Huh?
lack ventilation. How does he breathe in there? Oh, there's a zipper.
Stop! I'm ticklish. Oh no! No opening! You're embarrassing me.
Oh, please forgive me. Curiosity almost killed the bear.
Oh my god, the two of them!
Huh? What were you planning on doing to me? You're even a tougher customer than the kids at the food court, miss.
When I step away, Teddy Bear lightly smooths over his fur to try to regain his composure.
Oh, I had forgotten what I originally meant to ask because of your fine coat of hair. Teddy Bear, though I am a woman, I wish to partake in this Grand Prix.
Huh? I can't help you with that.
Oh, but are you not the host shown in the introduction video?
It's all a huge misunderstanding. That guy's an imposter. Won't you hear me out?
Oh my god. They were made for each other. It seems he is faced with some kind of dilemma. I decide to lend an ear to Teddy Bear. He animatedly describes his circumstances, but his arms and legs are too short to illustrate his point. Stubby limbs. His mannerisms are so peculiar that understanding is an uphill battle, but in the end, I grasp the basics.
I see. So you realized that something was amiss and came wandering in here yourself to investigate. But you fell into the imposter's trap and couldn't do a thing until a moment ago. You have my deepest sympathies.
Do I really? Anyways, everyone else is on the contestant list while I get the cold shoulder.
Is that so? Then, since we are both outcasts, let us participate of our own accord.
Our own?
May I request a match from you?
That makes no sense at all. What do you mean? Ooh, maybe a hot and heavy struggle with all kinds of clinches and holds?
A one-on-one battle to the extreme.
That makes no sense. Wait a second. You look a lot stronger than me, miss.
Everyone looks a lot stronger than you, Teddy. Nanako could probably beat you up.
Oh, don't be so modest.
One kick to the kneecaps, he's down.
No, I'm really not.
I'm very sorry, but the deadline for submitting a forfeit notice has expired.
You're not sorry at all. There are things I can't do, you know. Oh, but on the other hand, if I can try scoring with you later, I might rethink this.
Scoring? I do not understand the term, but if that is your stipulation, why, I accept.
Lord. Teddy wouldn't be mean to Nanako though. True, but even if he was, she still beat him up. Teddy was not a child. Who doesn't though? Either you love Nanako or you're wrong.
Oh, you accept? Woohoo! I'm ready to go whenever you are.
That is, if you're still alive afterwards.
People who don't like Nanako are the same people who burn ants for fun. People who don't like Nanako are the same people who eat the entire the core of the apple. People who don't like Nanako are the same people who go, Santa's not real!
Well then, here goes. Your fate is in the cards.
His fate is in the cards. I take my fighting stance. The settling matters through a show of force is simple, straightforward, and so beautiful. Either you love Nana-chan or you're a monster. It's true. Look, man, I don't make the rules. I'm just spitting the facts out there. Don't shoot the messenger. Man, both of them in their unknownness.
Final. Fight.
People who don't like Nanako probably swallow watermelon seeds.
Here is some freezing. My attack. You're frozen now. Ha. Ha. My attack. You're frozen now.
Like they swallowed them on
You're
purpose.
frozen now. My turn.
Ah!
Impressive. Here. You're frozen now. My turn. My attack. You're frozen now. Here. Here is some freezing.
If you don't like your monster, yep, true facts. How many people does she get to fight in this
The
story?
road to dating is steep. Ugh.
With an exaggerated groan, Teddy Bear collapses. Or rolls down, to be more precise.
Teddy Bear, you truly are an intriguing creature.
It's like just Pooh Bear. Hearing this, Teddy Bear springs to his feet.
Are you interested in me?
People who don't like Nanako eat cold pizza. Oh, man.
Though you aren't human, you fight against your fate and wish to be with humans. I have witnessed one other case who bore such a fate in the past.
Huh?
You made a choice and decided how you wish to live. That is marvelous, Teddy Bear.
Marvelous? Me? Does that mean you're still okay with me trying to score with you?
That is not what it means.
Teddy Bear loses his balance for some unknown reason and falls over.
No! The way you shoot down my attempts reminds me of Yuki-chan.
Yuki-chan, is this an acquaintance
Oh
of
my
yours?
gosh, Yukiko and Elizabeth together. Like them just conversing.
Yuki-chan is a very precious friend of mine.
You have friends.
Actually, everyone who is in that video are my friends. But I can't forgive them for having all the fun. I'll make them buy me a tasty treat for this.
I see. May I ask you something? Who would you consider the strongest among your friends?
Well, Sensei, of course. He's the manliest of all men.
Sensei. If I recall correctly, that is the name of a governing class within a school, wielding the power of life and death over its students. Yes, that does indeed sound like the name of a strong warrior.
Sensei's our leader.
He sounds strong, but he seems to be unconnected to the former guest I'm searching for. But as Teddy Bear speaks of his friend called Sensei, he wears a beaming expression. They must be connected with a truly strong bond. Inwardly, I am surprised. Though he is adorable, this teddy bear most likely used to be something similar to a shadow. Look, she just knows everything. I'm very curious about anyone who will form a bond with such a being. Thinking about it, that way makes me interested in him as well.
Huh, that was quite helpful. Thank you.
Let me try moving this. Yeah, I don't know how loud that was. You love how much Teddy loves the sensei.
Once the tournament's over, you should come hang out at Juness sometime.
Juness?
It's a place where Don Yosuke and I work.
Don Yosuke.
It's huge.
That's what he calls
You
him.
can eat food there, and they have candy, toys, and sexy bikinis too.
What a paradise on earth.
You had her as sexy bikinis.
It seems there is still much I do not know about in your world. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I must get going now.
Be careful!
I bow politely. Teddy Bear waves back with a big smile. Cool. That was easy. Now, though I decided to participate on my own, how should I proceed from here? I don't have a good understanding of this building's layout after all. I tried going in and out of the building to test various paths, but I don't get anywhere. So this
It may have come to this.
in a trance. Oh, it's over already. Dang, man. You had her a candy. True. I rear back my head and inhale as deeply as I can. And then,
Bring out the next opponent. No one heeded my call. I suppose repeating that line isn't enough.
My shoulders sag slightly, and I concentrate on the area nearby. I sense an unexpected presence.
Ha! There is someone closer by than I had expected. What a reunion this will be. I'm starting to feel tingly.
There is no need for me to keep searching for an opponent, since one is already nearby. I trace the presence and proceed down the hallway. When I reach what appears to be an entryway, I can hear what sounds like voices quarreling. One of the voices is Teddy Bear, or rather the sham host, General Teddy.
What a fight! No wonder you're an anti-shadow weapon.
I take no joy at all from your praise.
They're gonna see each other again. As I move forward, I find myself breaking into a run. Soon afterward, the voice's owner enters my field of vision. Just as I thought. That unmistakable figure, she's a guest I hosted in my life as a resident. Does she know any of their names, or she just calls them, like, guests? Okay, no, never mind. Hey, my question is answered. If I recall correctly, her name is Aigis. Upon closer inspection, she is aiming her weapon at General Teddy on the monitor.
Pointing your weapon at a monitor isn't very scary. But anyways, your next opponent is...
Ah. If I don't act now, the match will start without me. I must prevent General Teddy from speaking for the time being until my business is completed. Again, before I realize it, I'm already in motion.
Oh no!
She's so excited. What was
Pardon
this?
my bold entrance.
Oh no! Like what?
Huh? Oh, the monitor's completely shattered. Who would do such a thing?
Oh my god, Elizabeth.
A strange intruder has shown up.
She's like, it would be a shame if the TV was just destroyed. Oh wow, I can't believe this has happened.
Oh my. I thought we were having a touching reunion. How unfortunate that you would refer to me as a strange intruder. A reunion? I don't recall ever meeting anyone so odd.
Yeah, that's weird. Why doesn't she remember that?
She who governs power. Does that ring any bells for you? Huh? Wait. Are you the one I met in that blue room then?
I don't know how you forget that. How you forget her?
Your entrance just now was very different from how I remembered your behavior, so I didn't recognize you.
That's how she recognizes people, just through their behavior. It's crazy. You wonder how her sister handles her and her brother. Oh, how they treat their brother sometimes. Oh my gosh. Well, we already seen Margaret talked about her in Yu's story, and it seems to me that Elizabeth makes Margaret tired, at least. I don't know how she makes everyone else feel.
Aridina's son.
Aridina's?
No. Elixir? Arengi?
And here I was worried about Elizabeth not remembering the names.
In any case, I never dreamed that I'd meet you here.
You would think Aigis will remember that, though. The way her memory works, being a robot and everything.
That goes for myself as well. It's been a long time since I saw you. But why are you here? What about your duties of governing power? I am currently in gross abandonment of my duties.
Gross abandon. I love how she just admits to, like, yo, I just said bump it, I'm leaving. It probably wasn't right of me to do it, but I did it anyway.
That was a very straightforward answer. Considering the circumstances here, I'd like to test your strength as well.
I excitedly flipped through the pages of the compendium.
What?
A compendium.
Please, wait a moment. Does that mean you wish to fight me? From what I've heard, in certain cultures in your world, one lets one's fists do the talking. Perhaps you can think of it as a sporty, modern, and extreme way of greeting one another. I don't understand at all. You seem to have become strong beyond all recognition. I'd like to see your power for myself, to broaden my horizons. Will you grant my shameless request? I still don't understand. But does this mean your wish will be fulfilled if I agree to fight you? If that's really what you want, will you mind if I don't hold back?
He seems surprisingly okay with it.
I couldn't ask for anything more. I, Elizabeth, will fight you with all the strength at my disposal.
That's her name, Aigis, remember.
Now, let us begin.
Settling matters through a show of force is simple, straight. Pardon me. I said that once already. She did say it once already. Elizabeth is fun. Elizabeth is just a fun character. She is so wacky.
Final. Fight.
My attack.
Gyro.
Here is some freezing.
Severe impact.
My turn. That?
Ah, wait!
Heavy
You're
damage.
frozen.
Severe impact. Severe impact.
Oh, impress.
Aerial
Wait!
My turn. Here is some electricity.
Light damage.
My turn. My turn. Here. My turn. Senator. Senator. Ready. This one will hurt.
Oh, you threw her! Do it again!
Athena. Senator. My turn.
No.
Oh my god!
Over here.
Light damage. No.
My turn.
Fire it. My other self.
My attack. Here is some electricity.
No.
Elizabeth's ridiculous. The music is good, yeah, but Elizabeth is just... Oh, she's crazy. I don't even understand.
You're strong.
And then she's got to fight someone else right after this. Aigis crouches down with an annoyed expression.
Oh no, I was surprised myself. It's been a while since I fought with all my power.
I close my eyes and reminisce. Just as I had expected, she has grown more powerful than before. Aigis is not human. She has an artificial body, making her a sort of mechanical maiden. She was originally created as a tool to accomplish a set goal with established abilities, but by gaining a heart, she forged her own destiny. She did this with the power that can only be gained by those with emotions, the power of bonds. Her nature shifted from one directed by others to the one who chooses for herself. She was no longer merely acting, but living. The shift caused a miracle, and she overcame her artificial origins to attain what could be called life. Some have had the talent of turning bonds into great strength by forming a contract through intense desire. We residents of the Velvet Room refer to this talent as the wild card, and it has at times changed the course of history. Even I, who served as a resident for a long time, only encountered a few with that power. She is one of them.
I now have a wish of my own. Though it may take vast oceans of time for it to come true.
Did we talk about that? Like, obtain the wild card, does that change your arcana? Because a lot of this music is from the answer. Ah, see, we didn't play the answer. Well, we watched the answer. But what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, did we talk about that? Does obtain the wild card change your arcana? Because I don't remember what Aigis' arcana was, but it was something different. But then when she got the wild card, does that automatically change your arcana to Fool? Or can you have the wild card and have like any arcana? How exactly does that work? I don't remember. If anyone knows.
Perhaps one day you will accompany me on the same journey. What do you mean? If our destinies truly do cross, you will eventually understand.
Aigis' expression shows that she still does not understand. But that is fine for now.
Huh. By the way, how have your friends been?
Huh? Oh, they're all well. Several of them are here right now.
Suddenly, a staticky voice echoes from the broken monitor speaker, interrupting our conversation. It seems like 3 and 4 is Fool, but if I recall, Aigis' arcana didn't change. Okay. Technically, only 3 to 5 have Fool. Okay. I think the change of any persona is if you have the wild card, so it's not always Fool. Persona 1 and 2, everyone has wild card. Yo, that's wild. I did that's you no pun intended, but that's crazy. Fat Persona 2, you think anyone can change? That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, that's really cool. That means Nanako can become a protagonist. She doesn't have to change her arcana. It seems I was not through in my destruction. Oh, I'm not thorough in my destruction.
Testing. It's finally getting through. Hey, you! The one who's not on the roster. Who are you? Why are you gumming up the works?
I want to play Persona 2. I want to play Persona 1 and 2, but especially 2 if everyone could just change their... That's crazy. Oh my goodness.
It's that fair.
That sounds like a lot of management, but it's still really cool though.
If you keep messing with my Grand Prix, I'll make you...
I snap the fingers of my right hand with a flourish. The speaker explodes! I am sure that the announcer will bother us no more now. Huh? You did, but I still want... it's still exciting to hear about every time you guys talk about it. Still play Eternal Punishment though? I just want a way to play the Persona games. It seems I have finally finished it off.
Oh my! Flames have suddenly burst from the speakers. How dreadful.
Oh, this is so horrible. The monitor is now on fire. I can't believe this has happened. Freaking Elizabeth.
That was 180% your doing.
Freaking me.
Such repeated meddling. It seems I have a bit of a score to settle with the host too. Well then, I will be going now. Please be careful.
I'll be looking at people like that was 300% your fault. You have no one to blame but yourself.
Oh, wait. There is a rule in this tournament against the loser of a fight moving on.
Is there? Well, considering that I entered myself into the tournament, I do not think you count as a defeated contestant.
Loopholes!
That is only conjecture, though.
You entered yourself. Yet you're going to settle a score with the host for complaining about you?
Details.
Elizabeth just does not care. I smile cheerfully. Is Eternal Punishment the one that's on PSP? I forget which is which. It's Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment, but I always forget which is on which system. I smile cheerfully in return and leave the area. Truly, that was one of my better smiles.
I cannot believe that even Elizabeth's son came to this world. That's it! Her name was Elizabeth's son. I finally remember.
It probably helped when, right before the fight, she said, "I, Elizabeth." You don't remember that, Aigis? I remember it vividly. Eternal Punishment is a PS1 one, okay. Then the Innocent Sin is the PSP. Hey, I love this song. Eventually, I reached the door. I reached the room known as the announcement room. Oh, already? When I approached the door, I sensed power from within. It seems the real host is here, and not on some monitor. I haven't encountered that Persona user known as Sensei yet, but thinking about it, I would expect him to win his matches until reaching here. It may be easier to wait than to search aimlessly for him. Upon closer inspection, the door is slightly open. There are people inside.
I sense 3 people.
Oh. I cautiously sneak up to the door and peek inside. She decides to be sneaky instead of just busting through.
You gave it a try, but there's no way anyone would understand you. Huh?
Okay, so is it gonna be you or Yosuke? I know the third person is Rise, but who's the fourth person?
That is that teddy bear imposter. The student council president is here too.
Oh, that's... Wait, yeah.
It seems the false teddy bear's tone is much harsher than before. Has he been meeting with difficulties lately?
When I look again at what's going on inside the room, a sinister aura swirls around General Teddy. A surprising transformation occurs. His silhouette reforms into a shapeless lump, which resolves into the figure of the student council president girl.
I am a shadow. The true self.
teddy bear was actually the girl's shadow. I see. It's true that suffering to this degree could cause a shadow to go berserk and affect its surroundings.
I love how Elizabeth is just like, huh, that's pretty bad. The girl's true appearance has already been exposed. It seems she finally was able to face her original nature. Surprisingly, the enemy forcing an illusion upon her was her other self. I'm glad she has awakened to her true self, but this is a shocking and drastic turn of events.
At least one of them has to understand how I feel. Isn't that what you thought? The important part is that it's all your fault. That's not true.
Okay, I guess we're gonna do the one more time. This is the actual last time. You're not me!
You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand. You want to make them understand. That ain't true! You're not me! It's alright then. You don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll take care of everything from here. I'll destroy anyone who doesn't understand you and comes to get in your way. Just like you once did. Please stop! That's all a lie!
There it is.
You're not me!
That's probably the last one we hear. Probably.
Finally! You finally said it! I'm finally free!
Does she get to see it? Okay, I guess she gets to see it. Cool. The power. I've gained the advantage. The shadow has gone berserk. At this point, it can no longer be stopped solely by the original person. Worse, the shadow has no more reason to keep its host alive if this continues. But a third person storms into the scene just as I am about to intervene.
Labras.
Okay, so she gets you. It's a young man in a school uniform. For a moment, I am utterly captivated. What a powerful fire he has in his eyes. On a second look, I recognize his face from the video. If I recall, his name was Kingpin U. No, that's not right. Sister Complex U. No, that sounds even further from his actual name. Narukami. That's right, it's Yu Narukami. Wow, you were like way off.
I won't let you hurt her anymore. If you're gonna keep rampaging, I'll fight you.
At least she tried to remember. Good on Elizabeth, though. She at least tried to remember their actual names. Everyone else just went straight to Sister Complex Kingpin.
Fine! Then you'll be the first to die!
The shadow's attack hurtles towards the young man, but he does not flinch. It takes a fighting stance after smoothly evading it. Seeing his heightened determination, I detect a distinct presence about him.
That young man is a persona user too.
And that's not all. This sensation is similar to when I encountered Aigis.
Could his powers be?
There's no doubt about it, it's the same as hers. He too is a persona user whose awakened talent is that of the wild card. The shadow launches his next attack at the young man. The battle axe it brandishes is a cluster of steel as long as she is tall. If he truly can wield those powers, he may be able to stop such an attack, but it's not a sure thing.
His opportunity cannot be missed.
This time I enter the room and step between the two.
What?
No, you! Big Bad Wolf, what's going on, dude? Born late to the show. It's all good, man. How are you? And you've been missing out on Elizabeth. Elizabeth is just as wild and wacky and crazy and fun as I had hoped. But yeah, Wolf, if you haven't played Persona 3 yet, play Persona 3 for Elizabeth, if nothing else. Yeah, right, just at the right time. Lizzie's gonna punch a shadow. She really would. Wouldn't even care.
Interrupt this scene.
She wouldn't even care. She would just punch the mess out of a Shadow.
Who are you?
Okay, whoever it is knows who is this? I'm trying to think. Who would know everything about all these people. Then they know everything about all the other Persona users. They know when Fuka or really anyone Persona Navigator is talking to everyone else. They know Elizabeth, supposedly. I wonder if it's someone I just haven't met yet. Because I can't think of anybody that I know already who would know all this stuff. I don't know.
Ow! I set up walls so you couldn't pass through. How did you get here?
So you couldn't pass through. What is it referring to? Oh, wait, never. Duh. I'm dumb. Because I forgot. This Shadow is the exact same as General Teddy. That's why they know Elizabeth. Because they already had to talk to her before. I forgot about the transformation. What is it referring to? Oh. Could it mean those invisible walls I bumped into from time to time? I suppose, thinking back, I did run afoul of such things along the way. But with a little push was all it took to pass through them, so I barely paid them any heed. Of course, Elizabeth's the only one who can get through those walls.
Such parlor tricks can get stuck.
Yeah. Elizabeth really just said F them rules. Shadow and the young man both look quite perplexed. Was what I said so shocking? I take the opportunity to step towards the young man and look him straight in the face.
Ah, are you perhaps the sensei that Teddy Bear spoke of? Someone who has awakened to the power of the wild card through Velvet Room's guidance.
What? Wait, that blue outfit. Who are you?
I flash him a smile and turn my gaze towards the girl collapsed nearby. I believe he called her Labrys a moment ago.
I see. I feel that I have a good grasp on the situation now.
Then can't you tell you're in the way? Get out of here!
I love that the Shadow's just annoyed with Elizabeth. Like everyone else is trying to pose like an actual threat. Like Elizabeth actually just annoys it. You notice it immediately.
I cannot do that. I came to settle some business I had with you, the tournament's host.
What business?
To be blunt. What business was it?
God.
How the hell should I know?
That was harsh.
It turns out that I do not care about such trifling details after all. My apologies. Please forget my mention of business.
Oh, I forgot. I don't care.
Actually, my search for a certain individual has unexpectedly concluded, so we're done here.
Oh my god.
Who said we're done? That's it! I'll kill you where you stand!
No, you won't.
I wouldn't recommend it. If I may be so boastful, it would be a battle you stand no chance of winning.
What?
My words must have been so humiliated that the Shadow's face flushes red, and he gropes for words. I ignore it in order to speak to the young man.
It's nice meeting you, by the way. I am Elizabeth. Would it ring a bell if I mentioned that I am the one who governs power?
You mean like Margaret?
Oh, do you know my older sister? I see, no wonder.
Poor Margaret. She's got to deal with all these kids. Elizabeth, Theodore, Lavenza.
Stop ignoring me, bitch!
Goodness. I shield the young man behind me and turn toward the Shadow.
Please wait a moment. I must ask the one over there to leave this place before we resume.
It's you who's going to leave!
I was sure that I gave the proper warnings earlier. So it goes. Your fate is in the cards.
Margaret is so happy she got you instead of Bakono. Makoto's brooding. He's brooding. Alright. Let's beat up Shadow Labrys.
Finally.
I didn't even notice the SP thing.
Impressed. Is this the extent of your
Oh my goodness! Look at what is.
impressive?
What the heck?
Please don't hold back. My attack is not.
What?
Here is some fire.
Do you see how quickly she just took out my health?
What was that about?
Oh my god, we're about to die.
My turn. My attack is not. You're frozen now. My attack is not. Here is some freezing. My turn. Here. It's not. Here is some freezing. Here. My turn.
Uh-oh.
It's not. Here is some freezing.
I should have died. I should have died. Alright. Alright, cool. Yeah. That works. I accept. I had a sliver of health. She just took out, like, that one combo took out more than half my thing. Half my health. Woo, boy. Woo, boy. The shadow falls to his knees. Like, that's how we start off the battle against Calculata in Superstar Saga. The shadow falls to his knees. Its will completely drained. I doubt it has strength left to attack us.
This is me?
The girl, still unable to stand, stares blankly at her own shadow. I turn around towards the young man. This P1 Grand Prix was most likely caused by the girl's shadow, manifesting her suppressed anguish. But this young man tried to reach out to her, even at the risk of his own safety. And even after seeing proof that she was the one who caused that risk.
Excuse me, but may I leave the rest of this to you? I'm ashamed to say so, but delicate persuasion is not my forte.
I understand. I agree that you don't seem like you'd be too good at it.
Oh man, he's not wrong. The young man walks towards Labrys, who is still at a loss for words. I have yet to have a proper conversation with him, but I sense a certain trustworthiness in his strong steps.
Miss President, or actually Labrys.
What am I supposed to do? What difference does it make if I accept this? In the end, no one's gonna understand me anyway, right?
It's true that others won't be able to easily understand your pain. But are you gonna give up after just one try at showing them? One victory or loss doesn't matter. What matters is that you don't give up. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I shouldn't give up?
No, you can do this. You're not alone anymore.
Labrys' eyes widen, as if just realizing the brightness of the scenery before her. The young man waits patiently for his words to sink in. After some time, Labrys finally stands up and looks towards me.
Hey, is this what you were talking about before? I am also not human.
Yeah, what even are you?
But who you are is for you to decide. That is the power of potential that everyone holds. Even for a machine, I believe that still holds true. You could have just said so when we first met. Alas, I have always had some difficulty making myself understood.
Come on now, you should go to her.
Labrys faces her shadow once more at the urging of the young man. Cute. So Labrys' story, not Labrys, Elizabeth's story seems to be a bit... Seems! Actually, let me not speak too soon. We're just gonna wait and see.
I was the one who left you all alone.
She's gonna have a whole nother thing to do after all this.
No,
What is
you
this?
are me, after all.
5 missed calls. Wow. And none of them are from today. I have so many like different notifications on my phone. Like it takes me forever to get through them. Do I see I have so many notifications to go through? I just say screw it and I just take a nap instead. Some of it is from social media. Some's from like, hey, you got an update. Some's from this call. Some from text. It's just there's a lot, and I don't feel like dealing with it. If it's important, they will contact me again. They will call. Congratulations, she says.
Yeah, you did well.
Thanks.
There's no need to thank us. It was all you.
Seeing Labra's smile, I can't help but grin as well. But her relief only lasts for a moment before the strength drains from her body and she stumbles.
Labras!
The young man hastily catches her.
There's no need to worry. She must have reached the limits of her stamina.
Okay, he props the unconscious Labras down against the wall.
The strength that binds hearts together. No matter how many times I witness it, its beauty never fades.
We just ignored a reset. I just thought about it.
May I borrow some of your time?
The young man looks over his shoulder in surprise, but when our gazes cross, he turns as if understanding.
Are you a resident of the Velvet Room too?
Well, in a way. I have abandoned my duties at the moment in order to see through a desire of mine.
What did you want with me?
I calm myself before opening my mouth once more.
In order for my wish to be granted, I require a power much greater than what I have. But it is most likely not power used to fight. It is something else. I wish to understand what that is. The power of the wild card that changes bonds into strength. I have a feeling that the key lies there.
I don't really understand.
But more bluntly, I wish for you to show me your potential.
Oh, yee, it's time to fight. The young man considers everything I said, but eventually sighs before responding.
I get it now.
You don't mind?
Would you back down if I said no? After what you said before, I don't think you'd back off that easy.
Touché.
I take a slightly defensive stance.
There is no need to be lenient. I invite you to approach this battle as if you intend to kill me.
I didn't think I could win any other way.
Thank you. Well then, here goes. Your fate is in the cards.
He's still not gonna win. Okay. Well, who knows? He might. We saw what the Shadow Lapras did to me. Like, goodness gracious. Let's see. We're gonna find out. Let's see what happens.
Finally.
He's not.
You're frozen now. Here is some freezing. You're frozen now. Here. Let's change things up. Let's change things up. My turn. Opening my deck. My turn. My turn. Impressive. Your fate is in the cards.
Oh, what was that I just did?
Opening my deck. My turn.
Oh, can you do all-out attack?
Oh,
Crap.
Oh.
Stop.
This one will hurt. This may be a bit rough.
Elizabeth doing an all-out attack.
I will shock you. Impressive. Impressive. Oh no. What the?
Oh my god. Are you freaking kidding me? Right there at the end. Let's do it again. We're going again. He was almost dead too. Let's try this again.
Finally.
I don't know how I do that major combo to where they just keep going.
Not enough.
Actually, how do I put them in the book?
It's time to be judged. Death.
Yeah.
My attack. You're frozen now.
My turn. I will shut up. My here is impressed. Here is some electric. Prepare. From this moment forth, I will not hear.
What did I just do?
You're frozen. My turn. Here is some freeze. It's time to be judged. Death. Huh? My turn. Oh, here, please be careful. Impressive.
Wait! I'm gonna do the thing.
My attack.
Oh, okay, we'll do that. Whatever. Yeah, rest in peace, you. Okay. We did the book thing. That's what it feels like, you.
She's so strong.
She's very strong.
I see. You do indeed have great power.
Even while saying so, I am conflicted, and my expression clouds. It's true that he was strong. He expertly wields the power of the wild card. But thinking about it, that isn't what I wanted to learn. The power of the wild card doesn't stem from just one's skill in a fight. His strength comes from his knowledge that he cannot avoid fighting to gain his desire. That strength happens to manifest as power in battle. But what I want to learn has little to do with combat. Will I ever get closer to the root of the matter with this method? But even if I find that I can't, I don't see another way. I have measured all types of strength, great and small, as the one who presides over power. I feel suddenly anxious.
Could it be that it's something I cannot understand?
Will I never be able to understand? As one distant from the workings of human society? Has it been impossible that from the start for my wish to be fulfilled? I then noticed the sound of footsteps.
Hey, are you okay? Oh shit, dude, what happened to you?
Yukon, are you alright?
Senpai, hang in there!
So she just wasn't in there at the time? It seems that once the shadow who created this place was vanquished, the rules keeping everyone trapped were nullified. These must be the friends he formed bonds with. But...
Yo! Did you do this? What did you do to Senpai?
one of them turns his fierce eyes on me.
You're so mean, miss! This is going too far!
Who are you anyway? You better explain yourself!
Yeah, they got his back.
If you did this with malign intent, we won't let you leave here so easily.
This Elizabeth always causing such trouble for everybody. Their anger at seeing their friend hurt. That was a new experience for me. Their bond gave birth to anger, grew into animosity, and that fear is now directed towards me. That's one thing I really appreciate about, I guess it's why people love it so much. Like, I don't see the Persona 3 or Persona 5 cast like reacting to this extent, really. Like, I'm sure they could. I just don't see it doing. I just like they had some bonds for real going on in Persona 4, and I appreciate that. It was a good time. Their bond gave birth to anger, grew into animosity, and that fury is now directed towards me. But the young man stands up.
One more time.
He requests this even though he's badly wounded. A rematch would seem to have only one possible outcome.
What?
Please, that is enough. I've already witnessed your strength.
If this ends with my defeat, it doesn't count as me showing you my potential.
But...
You shouldn't jump to conclusions. I thought I said this once today. What's important is that you don't give up after one try. You have to hang in there.
You gotta keep going.
My friends that I haven't seen in a while are all here. I can't just wave the white flag.
The moment the young man makes his declaration, a mysterious presence fills the area.
What now?
The presence surges with power and creates a whirlpool of light around him. He's super you. With that light, the young man's determination drive instantly rekindle.
What is that power?
Is it the wild card he holds? I then notice that the young man's friends are standing behind him in support, all of them fixing their gazes on me as I stand perplexed. The bond that they share in their very core is echoed in their eyes. I suddenly feel as if I'm confronting a fearsome giant.
I cannot believe I am seeing this.
I find myself starting to back off. My footsteps are unsteady as I go. A small dip in the floor behind me, no larger than a fingernail, throws me off balance. Surely I'm about to fall. But then, unseen arms catch me.
Are you all right?
Hey!
You're...
In contrast to my utter bewilderment, she wears a calm smile. When I turn back to the young man, the surge of power has already dissipated. I catch myself sighing in relief. She was about to get wrecked! Even when I review my long memory, I can recall no occasion on which I had felt so overwhelmed before.
What was that just now? Do you happen to know what this power is?
The power of friendship.
I do not know the specifics, but...
Aigis also turns her gaze towards you and his friends.
that must be the power of their bonds. The power that stems from not being alone. I don't know why, but I feel like I understand when I'm watching them. The power of not being alone.
Yes. It's a power they all share. It isn't just his. Did their strong bonds turn his determination not to lose into an instant recovery for him? Yes. I am suddenly reminded of a conversation I once had with my sister. If something is impossible for them to accomplish alone, they will work together. His friends have even worked miracles at times. Those were the words I spoke to her.
What's important is that you don't give up.
It is a cliche to hear, but its wisdom is profound. We talked about that back in college, like the power of friendship. Like we acknowledged, like that was like the most cliche thing, but yo, that stuff worked, man. I just missed potential judging by my standards. I almost gave up in the same way, thinking that I would be unable to understand, but he refused to allow that. His power proves there is not only one standard. It is truly the strength found in numbers.
So this is a bond.
When I think about the guests I met who had formed bonds, I may have focused too much on those individuals. I never took much interest in who they bonded with or how those bonds were forged.
What I should be studying isn't just him, but all of them together. Not the strength of a person, but of people. That may be the lesson. It seems I am starting to find hope.
I nod in satisfaction.
Today's festivities made for quite a wonderful Grand Prix. Considering that there have been some games, I should be going, if you'll all excuse me.
Get in those games. I turn to make my exit.
Huh? Wait a sec, you haven't explained yourself yet! You haven't even told us your name! It's Elizabeth!
Hey! Back here! What are you all happy for?
Oh my goodness.
Who was she?
And she's just gone.
Well, the odds are low that she was the mastermind behind this case.
Enough about her! Senpai's more important. We'll get you out of here in no time, so hang in there, Senpai. Teddy, get a stretcher ready.
Stretcher, oh my god. Risei. She is so proud of her name.
Huh?
What are you standing around for? Move!
I love it. I love it. She would do anything. Risei would do anything for Senpai.
Guys, I'm not exactly critically injured, you know?
I think it's wonderful.
You're...
Seeing you surrounded by friends reminds me of a certain someone.
certain someone?
There is no need to worry, everyone. His wounds are not serious. He is merely exhausted.
Oh, thank goodness. Wait, who are you?
Okay. We're just outside now. I have left... Well, I could have left by a shorter route, but I returned to the school's front gate and looked back at the school. The faces of the people I parted with a moment ago are called into mind. Amongst them is that young man's face. I only faced him briefly, yet I recall him with surprising vividness.
I'm sure that he will continue to increase his strength of heart. It is a given with so many friends. I am a little bit envious.
And she's gonna go somewhere else now. Ice can be your doctor anytime, goodness gracious. I turn the pages of the compendium and draw a magic circle in the air.
Well then, farewell.
Farewell. I'll soundlessly pass through it and leave as if melting into the scenery. I close my eyes and my thoughts drift to the past.
Elizabeth?
Oh, whoa.
Elizabeth, are you listening?
Let's see them talk.
You seem lost in thought like that frequently of late.
Just a good shot of them just chilling.
Could this mean that you finally began to be troubled over things, like a normal person?
How scathing of you, as usual.
Believe me, sister, I am not as bad as you. What's the matter?
My dear sister, I want to tell you a fairy tale.
Hmm? What's this about?
In our world, at the far reaches of the Sea of the Soul, there stands a large door. A soul which devoted itself to sealing that door slumbers there.
Why did it do such a thing?
That soul is risking itself to prevent those who have lost sight of life's brilliance from luring the world to self-destruction. It has become the guardian of the door, of the whole world, in fact.
That is a very sorrowful story.
My dear sister, do you think I can save that person?
Hmm? I thought it was a fairy tale.
It may be impossible alone, but what if I joined forces to do it? This person's friends are capable of miracles at times.
This person you speak of, is it... I hope you're not planning to...
Oh, don't be silly, my dear sister. I told you, it was only a fairy tale.
Elizabeth.
To a certain degree, all of your stories are like fairy tales. I don't know what's troubling you, but be sure that you don't neglect your duties.
Elizabeth. When I open my eyes again, I am in the Sea of the Soul, a world where countless bright lights shine like a nebula. Just to get a shot of that again.
Velvet, oh velvet.
I begin singing a song, but now that I am here again, I feel a hint of loneliness. I smile inwardly at myself. What happened today was very fruitful for me, though it came with a certain realization. I still don't have anyone in the world outside the Velvet Room that I wish to form a bond with. My lack of a hunger for such things may have prevented me from understanding.
No, that's not quite right either.
Lack of hunger? That's not it. In truth, it was within my power, but I was turning my gaze away from it. After all, I didn't begin this journey only to find the means to defeat that monster. I thought by defeating it, I could see him again.
To think I was unconsciously afraid of something and keeping my distance from it. That is quite a surprise.
The mechanical girl, the young man today, and my old guests all had their own desires and resolve from the start. I should make myself just as resolved if I am to achieve my desire as well. I will face it unblinkingly and accept it. I will admit that the loneliness in me arose from leaving my old residence. The sick feeling of loneliness will surely torment me and cause me grief forever. But if I harden my resolve to allow for embracing that pain, I am certain that my yearning heart will yield great power. Bonds, the other half of being alive, along with death. Just as death gives life its shine, I'm sure loneliness will shed new light on the question of bonds. That is when I will obtain the power of bonds in the truest sense. Certainly I will not achieve that miracle alone.
Though I cannot defeat that monster now, I may in time gain the power to truly erase it.
He must have felt that hunger as well. That is why he tried to protect his bonds with his life, leading him into the universe. I smiled to myself again. As one who leads others, I have only now gained enlightenment about the true meaning of bonds. And at that moment, she got the single card. Did she get I was wondering if she was gonna get it. Well, a single card drifts down before my eyes.
Oh.
Did she for real? Hovering before me like a butterfly, fluttering his wings, is the card of the Fool. It bursts into pearls in light of my hand.
To think the day would come where I would behold my own arcana and not that of a visitor's.
The Fool. It represents freedom, purity, possibility, and
the beginning of a journey. It may be that my journey has finally truly begun.
No. Elizabeth, protagonist for Persona 6.
The Fool. Well, I am aware that I still do foolish things.
They could get away with that, actually. I give a wry smile and look up. My gaze is fixed on what lies ahead. It is an enormous door that looms like a small mountain in the center of the void. There's the door.
For me, one day I shall surely see my wish come true.
I briskly turn on my heel away from the door. My walk begins. Ooh!
Velvet, oh velvet.
That's a good shot. My bright song will no longer have mournful undertones.
My master has a large nose.
I have yet to determine a sure path. There is no assurance that my wish will come true. Whether those I encounter today will truly share something with me isn't certain either. But I have hope now. And that is what lets me go on. This time, I can head towards the future I desire without losing my way. Don't lose your way. Yo, wow. Okay, that ending for Elizabeth, though. Yeah, it looks like we cleared everything except the 99% for everything. I guess we're just done. Okay. We're done here. We finished. What is auto mode? We did it. Yo, that's wild though. Oh crap. Elizabeth got her. She got the wild card. They do have a certain room for them. All scared is kind of like house matches. So miserable. I never felt like thinking this would last forever. Really like the song The Velvet Room. It's a nice little song. Okay, well, we're done, Wolf. Okay, we're done with Arena. That means we can move. It looks like we're done. That means we can move on to Ultimax's stuff. It should be that episode for P4. Okay, cool. We start with that. This is a good deal. Yo, that's awesome. This is finished. This is finished. That's crazy. That means, yo, I'm excited. That means tomorrow, guys, tomorrow we get to start Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. This was a good deal. Actually, matter of fact, before I go any further with this, let me check to see. Is there anyone that I can host right now? There is. Oh, wow. There is nobody. None of my friends are live. Dang, man. Never felt like so miserable. Oh well, I guess we're not rating anybody tonight, but that is okay. Wow, this is insane. I'm super excited for tomorrow, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm super excited. Hi, bot. Thanks for joining the stream. It's the end though. You're looking out, Amaterasu. But yeah, so this is cool. All right, yes, we're just gonna call it a night for now. We went a little bit over, but that's okay because we finished everything. So I highly appreciate you guys hanging out and getting through the Persona 4 Arena story with me multiple times, like 12 different times. That was an experience, but it was fun. So we will be back tomorrow. What's up? Song makes you want to play Persona 3 again? Do it! Play it! I got my sister starting to play it. She only made it up to Tartarus for the first time. Okay, but what was it? Oh yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow with Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. I hope to see you guys there. I'm hyped. Tell your friends, tell your family, and we can all hang out and have a great time together. I'm gonna start closing up shop, turning things off, and then I'm gonna start setting things up so that we're just ready to roll for tomorrow. And then I'm just gonna lay down, chill for a bit. So, what you say you're gonna finish M&L? One of these days, we were actually talking about it the other day. We're like, we need to figure out how we're gonna beat Cacoletta. Well, we are thinking about it because I would like to finish that before we get on to Crash 4. But yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna head out. And hopefully to see all you guys tomorrow for the start of Ultimax. So don't forget to eat and